Need to get water real quick. Migraine.
Sky High, you mean Hero Academia the movie?
No, I already have those on YouTube.
Yeah, it's fucking great. Kurt Russell.
Yeah, someone made one of those on YouTube. It has I think the guy who plays Zero from Holes is in it.
Really?
Yeah, it's like 15 minutes long. It's like a fan thing. It's really nice though, quality and everything.
Damn, son. Good morning, everybody.
Hola.
Yep, I can't feel my eyes.
¿Cómo está?
That's your fault.
What is sleep? Baby, don't hurt me. Anyway. What number is
because
this?
you wanted to start the podcast earlier.
Because I want the white man's money.
You want to start it earlier.
Because I want his money.
Let's get done it later then.
He's got to go to work. Because he also wants a different white man's money. That white man's more corporate. He's got to go to work.
I just want money so I can get stuff. Like
Exactly.
necessities.
But the fact that you're taking it from a white man makes it all the more.
What makes you think it's a white man? Of course it's a white man because it's a hospital.
Of course, white man is a hospital boy.
You just think a black man can't own a hospital?
I wanted to say one that I know a black person owns, and I'm like,
Shut down.
We not do our people like that. So I don't want to. Why is it that why is that everything we got have to cut corners? Why did he got a fucking channel, Revolt? Why is it always like there are fucking weeks where it's just not on? There's just nothing on it. It's like, bruh, really?
I mean,
First channel they give the black people to run. This nigga's just got it.
Doesn't Oprah have a channel? Or is it just a lot of TV shows?
No, she has a network.
Technically does, yeah. But this is supposed to be like a conglomerate of like, oh, it's supposed to be a bunch of black people doing everything together. This and third. It's like, really, did he? Is that why every single time like
Why I see DJ Khaled in the background
starts fucking suing you for money, or you go on a vacation, all of a sudden they gotta go on fucking Revolt's gonna be off for the next week. It's like, what's Diddy doing now?
What happened? Bill Cosby was on there. Just saying.
I mean, that whole thing happened because he was trying to buy NBC, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
As soon as he said, "Oh, I'm gonna buy this and make it more, black friendly," rapist.
It's like, nigga, we gave you UPN. Be happy.
Basically.
Does UPN still exist?
I think it's called One now.
Is that what that is?
I think that's what that is.
What?
Oh, there's Bounce.
Oh yeah,
the Bounce.
If you don't have if that's like the
See, I don't know if
non-cable channel.
yeah.
I thought it was called One.
What I'm saying there is
One,
Bounce.
TV One, I think, is the one that you can get with digital cable now. Bounce is the one that you could get with like the antenna and everything. That's the one that plays like they'll play like Good Times and fucking oh my god, why do I remember everybody's name from that show? I can't. Sanford and Son.
So they play all the black versions.
All the Yes Master TV shows.
Oh, they also play all the black versions of movies. So it's like, Christmas Carol with all black people.
Or The Wiz.
Damn.
Actually, I think Sinbad might have been on.
Better ease on down. These mortgage payments. What?
I think Sinbad might have been on once or something like that.
Oh, it's talk show.
No, the movie.
I keep forgetting.
He didn't have a movie. There was a movie called Sinbad.
Oh, is so like the?
I think it's a genie.
Or the pirate.
Could be. I forget.
Yeah.
If it's Sinbad, it's probably the pirate.
Yeah. Isn't that's who Sinbad and Baggy is based off of?
Yep.
Could have been. I don't know.
Famous pirate or whatever.
I feel like I was walking by and I saw Sinbad go across the screen.
Now was Sinbad the pirate played by Sinbad?
I don't know. I just saw the name.
No.
That'd be hilarious.
What's his name comes on it too. A lot of older.
I think he is in the movie though.
A lot of older movies, like older action movies, come on. Like there was this older movie with Wesley Snipes that was on the other day when he was like in the FBI or something, and someone did a prison break out of like a 747. And he was basically trying to figure out who can physically pull that off. because they were like 30,000 feet in the air. So it was like, okay, who has the skill to hijack a plane, get your person out, and then make it look like it wasn't a prison break?
Somali pirates.
But that's
Just
the
walks
one where
into the
Steven
fucking
Seagal
cabin.
died like in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
I don't know. I didn't.
Steven Seagal's in this movie. Dies 15 minutes
When
in.
I walked into it, it was Wesley Snipes and his brother, and they were transporting a prisoner.
So it's not Money Train.
Just walks into the fucking
Oh,
cabin.
what's the name came on it too?
You look at me. I'm the captain now.
What's the movie? It has
Fuck you, Tom Hanks.
movie with Ice Cube and Mike Epps, and I think they're like bounty hunters or cops or something.
All About the Benjamins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that comes on there. That's been on like twice
Movie
on
that
there.
I can't find for some reason. Even though they play it every other
Money
week on
Talks, I
USA.
think, has been on Bounce before.
Blue Street.
So yeah, a lot of those kind of movies. Actually, a Steven Seagal movie was on.
Home Security. Homeland Security. Wait. National Security.
Yeah, National Security is something like that. On there.
He's gonna get it.
But yeah,
He's gonna get it.
there was a Steven Seagal movie that was on like a week ago because my mom was watching it because she likes the old Steven Seagal flicks. And I don't know the specifics, but I think someone like killed his wife
She
and
likes
framed him
the-
for murder.
The low whispers and then kicking in the chest.
And I think he was like a cop or he was in the CIA or something. And he was trying to figure it out on his own. And the cop was like, "You can't just come into our town and do what you want." And he was like, "I don't care if you're a cop. I'm about to handle this." Like,
Why does he talk like that though? Because I feel like he does that on purpose. Steven Seagal.
that's his cop voice because he's a cop in real life.
Probably because he got kicked in the throat too much when he was
Did he do judo?
not judo. I mean, it was judo-esque. For the sake
Because
of
there's a lot of throws and stuff in what he does. That's how I was
I
thinking.
think it's Aikido.
Aikido? Okay.
Oh yeah, he does do that.
So when he was like deep in that shit, because that's one thing people don't realize, the fact was Steven Seagal, he did actually go through all that stuff,
Yeah.
and
Every one of his movies.
but he
Based on
got
true
way too full of himself because he was used to being with people like
Bitches.
like smaller than Bruce Lee.
You saying he's
Bruce
a
Lee
basement
strength,
king of martial arts?
basically. And then he comes over here and he think, "Oh, yeah, I could put you in this hole and you couldn't, and I could get out anything you try to put me in."
Exactly how
Then he
he
shits
sounds, too.
himself.
It's fucked up.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, he deserves some respect in regards to what he has done when he was younger, but
He aged out and he's still trying to go.
he aged out when he was young. Let's put it that way.
So who do you think?
How young would you say?
Like his late 20s.
Oh shit.
I was gonna say Joe.
Like after his first movie, he kind of like aged out quick.
Just say he aged like milk.
Only had a little bit of time before.
Yeah, he
it
got
goes
really
spoiled.
chunky.
So Joe, who do you think will win in a fight in his prime? Him or your ballerina kicker?
They're both gonna lose. There's no winner in that one.
No wait, who would be better, him or playground fighter Michael Jai White? Oh, you couldn't
I
hear the
was
sigh
going-
from over there.
I was going to bring that up later
Nah, let's get into it now.
because this fool Mike Perry just thinks he can call someone a nigga and get away with it.
You call him a broke ass nigga?
Yeah.
Fuck him.
It's like, I could see, because everyone wants to get mad at a white person for saying the N-word, but then they say it all the damn time.
Oh, he's that kind of white guy.
Yeah, he is. Because they let his old stupid ass get away with saying some other racial shit, but it was towards other white people, so it was like,
Wait, Russians?
because he was like calling people kikes and shit like that. I think he called it Mexican a spick too.
Damn,
Like-
so
like
he
he's-
just said that shit.
Like he's been like really out there with these racial slurs and whatnot, and then he talking to Michael J. White because he was like saying Kimbo Slice wasn't able to learn certain things he was trying to teach him, and you want to be like, oh, come and fight me and I'll defend the
honor of Kimbo Slice.
and I don't know why he was trying to say the legend of Kimbo Slice. Like listen.
The legend, I mean, the legend's untainted. The legend was always, the hood legend was always he can knock the fuck out of people, and he can. That never stopped being a thing.
but he only fought drunk people.
Exactly.
It was so.
But the capability is there.
See, yeah, he had the capability to punch extremely hard, but to say that he's a legend in UFC,
no.
I'm gonna need for you to sit the fuck down.
Maybe he's
because
talking
that's
about
nowhere.
Talk about the overall legend.
The overall legend of a letdown.
Oh shit. Oh damn! You're just gonna come at this dead man.
Like,
Beat that dead horse.
God bless you.
Bless you.
Mike needs to sit his ass down because Michael will come over there and be like, all right, what's up? Because people don't realize the fact that Michael Giant White is a thug.
Yeah.
First and foremost, like this man is no joke. And listening to him talk about all the shit that he's gone through, and then him showing the scars to prove the shit.
Also, my dude calling him a playground fighter obviously doesn't know that that's where all the fights happen. You always go back to the playground. You be a grown ass man, you be like, you know what? Shadow, 5 o'clock, playground, be there. It's like
behind the swings.
Nigga, we are 30. It's like, still,
I got shit to do.
hollowed ground.
I mean,
Go into that porta potty and shake it.
isn't
it
an
down
arena
hill.
basically a gigantic playground for adults?
Hmm?
Let's go play basketball in the arena. It's like that's all it is. It's an adult playground.
Not wrong. It's fucked up. Yeah, I don't. There's a specific type of white person that thinks it's okay that they can just say it because they know that like if you attack them first, it'll be some shit where oh fucking he punched me first and they can sue you or whatever. But I don't know. It's really stupid. Or they're protected by the internet, so they're protected by the magic of distance.
He is definitely protected by the internet.
That's
And
why you
then-
gotta be like Jay and Silent Bob. Are you Booby Man 9000? Did you say that Jay and Silent Bob can eat a dick?
That's basically what wound up happening to him. But Dana White ain't gonna let it happen because Dana White's a bitch.
Thought he sold it already. I guess he still might have some influence though.
Wait, he sold like all his UFC shit?
Yeah, I thought he had sold it a few years ago.
Oh. Did he
That's
sell-
what I thought.
He ain't letting go of that shit.
I was about to say he's got a stranglehold over it. Why would he? Who's he selling it to? Also,
He can get rid of that. That's why he was so happy when fucking Trump got in the office. He was over here celebrating. Oh, thank you, Trump. You saving the U.S. Because he almost had to.
No, maybe that's what I'm thinking of then.
why do you almost have to?
Because there were a few major events that fell through that they wound up having to, having to fork over all that money back. So,
Damn, son. I didn't realize it was that bad.
All they gotta do is have that dream match.
well, it's
Dwayne The Rock Johnson versus Joe.
I'll break them niggas so
See?
quick. Come on, the height advantage alone.
Then the winner gets to fight Jason Momoa.
I don't have an issue with Jason Momoa. I want to have a beer with him.
But see,
Yeah, but
that's
he's
how it
friends with The
starts
Rock,
though.
I don't give a fuck.
They might be cousins. I mean, you never know.
Possibly.
So,
and then
that means
Jason
they have that
Momoa's-
rivalry with each other. You'd be like, ha ha!
See, but
Got
Joe-
your ass whooped by that fat kid.
But Joe, that's how it starts. First, you fight each other. You speak with your hands. Do you discuss it over a beer?
Yeah,
Like man.
But like, what if Jason Momoa's on the sidelines during your fight? He's fear casting with a haka. You look at him and you're like, oh, fucking.
Nah.
Jason Momoa just standing behind him.
Yeah.
What would his stand be?
Jason. I don't know.
Just Maui.
Probably. That'd be dope. That's one thing they don't do too often is ethnic stands. Because they're always in one place that's like weird or some stupid. The closest thing we should have got from that third season where they were going around the world, we should have got ethnic stands.
That's what I was gonna say. When they travel to Wadu.
Yeah, no. Kind of sucks. We just get stands based off of like music, bands and shit, like Red Hot Chili Pepper, which was stupid.
That was one of the things I liked later on in Inazuma 11.
No, Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're good, man.
It was a dumb stand though.
Well, I'm saying though, like when they did like Excalibur and Gungnir and everything later on, when they did the
Yeah,
the world tournament, and I was like, oh, they're adding in more stuff and lore. Yes,
that kid with Excalibur was
mad
beast.
cheating.
Holy shit.
They barely handled that, man. Because he was like, oh, you're gonna kick it? Okay, I'm gonna kick it from my goal to your goal and quadruple the power. And the longer it travels, the stronger it gets.
He was so special that nobody else on his team even had like a face.
Yeah.
Nobody else even had an animation. They were just like random people, faceless people.
It's like you got Mugen, then you have the rest of the Samurai Champloo background characters.
Pretty much, right? That was a sick fucking. That was a dope Asatsu technique.
Yeah, like I gotta rewatch the whole thing so I can hype myself back up for Go, because everybody aged out. So it's like they're all coaches now, and that's cool. But like you need to show these bums how to really do it. Be like, hey, y'all nice, but let me show y'all the last generation Inzuma 11. Mm-hmm. Just steamroll them.
Exactly. So, how's everybody doing?
Not too bad. I'm still like in the process of waking.
Yeah.
While arguing with someone.
So we partied hardy, bro.
Who you arguing with?
Gabby.
Like the YouTuber Gabby? Hold on. How you know?
MCC, chill.
Listen. You need to like say surnames with shit like that. Cause I'm about to say, if you know her, you holding out, I might have been upset. Can I at least shake your hand?
I don't know that Gabby though. I know 2 Gabbies. She's not one of them.
I'm gonna keep my eye on you now.
You know Gabby?
Do I?
MCC, Filipino chick.
That don't sound familiar.
Chinese Culture Club.
That don't sound familiar. You sure she was in the Chinese Culture Club or was she in GU?
Probably GU.
Okay, see, then I don't know her.
Pretty sure it was Chinese Culture Club too.
Yeah.
It was all in the same fucking office.
First of all, you didn't even go there, so you gonna talk about Montana, like he was there.
Montana Community College. Yeah.
We'll talk about some weren't even there.
Montana Community College.
Anyway, it is entirely possible, not possible, that I know who Gabby is.
I guarantee if I show you a picture, you'll be like, oh, that's right.
Because I know.
See, the only one
Sarah?
he remembers is the girl from Chinese class.
Who that?
There's a few of them that I know from Chinese class.
The 2 tall ones. I think one was like Ukrainian, the other one was, she might have been Chinese.
You could.
I literally just had her name in my head. I just forgot.
Ooh, she listening. I'm telling.
It's not Uta though. Why do I keep wanting to say Uta?
That's fucked
Who
up.
talking about Miru?
No. It was you remember before all the clubs got absorbed together, Chinese Culture Club was always in that one room. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of the kids from the Chinese class would be in there in the Chinese Culture Club. It was these 2 girls that were there that took the class with Joe.
Joe.
Now you're in even deeper shit. Forgot your face.
Wait, what?
Stupid. So who's here?
Jesus.
He was here.
Still is.
Yeah.
Jesus is always around here because God made it so.
You're not talking about Laura, are you?
Nope.
The Lord.
No, she's like twice as tall as Laura.
The Lord.
I've met her.
Ungrateful Ninja. Who are you?
Lord Abyss.
Olympic Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Master Exploder.
Do you remember? Did that kind of...
Who was that?
This one? On the left?
Yeah.
Mirai.
Who?
Mirai.
Yeah, I know he.
Well, you might not know her because she was newer. Wait. Turkish goddess.
I know, he don't know.
Turkish goddess?
Bruh.
Fucking...
I knew you would call someone the Egyptian goddess, but there's a Turkish one for you too?
Yeah.
I don't even know what the Egyptian one looked like. Every time he tried to show me her,
Gray.
She would always somehow, some way, like she would be in the office at one point, and then it's like, okay, Joe's there, but as soon as he gets, by the time he gets there, somehow she just like vanished. It's like
assassin technique. Stealth was.
She could sense her destruction. She's like,
what? No, the only one who had to pull a disappearing accent in MCC was me.
Oh, that was right. There's this dude, right? He was infatuated with Joe. It was hilarious. He wanted Joe to teach him martial arts.
no, I remember.
We
told this story before on this podcast.
It was so good.
look at that face.
I swore I saw him downtown one time too. Scared the shit out of me.
Did you dip on him again?
Yeah. I wasn't taking no chances. Don't try and fight me in the middle of the street out of nowhere. I've been training.
Agni Kai.
In the middle of the street, everything shuts down. Everybody's just watching.
Mortal Kombat.
Listen, you don't know how badly I wish that we could bring back the greatness of sign the death waiver and we'll fight in the middle of the city for everyone.
And there they go
Fucking
together.
what?
The Egyptian goddess and the Turkish goddess.
Hold on a
You
second.
about to fall.
Shit. I wasn't about to fall at all.
Did you hit the squishy part or the hard part?
Started getting the cramp like right under.
Hit the leg.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them.
The leg funny bone. So
Leg bone.
back to this fucking death certificate. What the fuck?
It's in every martial art movie. Like in the movie, Hero with Jet Li? And his father had to go in the middle of the city to fight the dude and everything.
On that round circle thing?
Yeah, but like, what is this that we have to sign to be able to fight?
It's a death waiver. Meaning if you get your ass whooped so bad that you die,
No
no
hard
one
feelings.
can come after
He
you.
dies.
Basically.
It's fucked up.
No hard feelings.
To sign one of those for the Kumite. Yeah, that's fucked up.
I'm just saying, because some people need their ass whipped.
Talking about all those
Who
kids
are
that
those
show up on
people?
Dr. Phil.
There are a lot of people on Dr. Phil need their ass whipped.
You gonna be the one to do it?
I would.
Yeah.
I'll suck the shit out of some. They squishy enough.
Squish. So you come to find out they're an MMA fighter, you're like, oh shit.
They still squishy. Look at Conor McGregor.
Ooh.
If that bitch ass.
Conor McGregor's not squishy. He can beat up an old man. He fucked that old man up. I was like, bruh, that was so unnecessary. He tried to give him a drink, and then the old man was just like, no, I'm good. What the fuck you mean? Ha! It's just like, nigga, what? For turning down a drink? That's fucking crazy.
I guarantee McGregor's on like steroids or some shit.
Turn
He
down
just
my
gets
kindness.
mad out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I also hate to be like that guy, but I mean, he's also Irish. He's probably also drinking at that point, so it's like.
This fucking guy over here.
Fucking.
That's exactly what he sounds like.
That's really fucked up, though. I can't believe he beat up an old man.
Oh, people get beat up all the time.
But then he didn't get in trouble for it. This is the fucked up thing. Like, you just run around beating
That's
up old people.
because Dana White is sucking the dicks of all the cops and everything to keep them from.
Okay, everybody, line up. Bring your own lipstick. Ugh.
Telling you, it's so fucking crazy how he just bends over backwards for certain people. Mainly Conor McGregor. But
Interesting. Anyway, who the fuck are you?
I already
He
said.
said who he was.
You didn't say all your names. You didn't say untimely death.
I said Lord Abyss.
You didn't say the Jokage.
You asked him who he was. He answered your question.
And then you didn't
Get
go.
off my boy.
And then you didn't go. And then you didn't go.
He said
you
he
did.
was.
See, not paying attention.
That's what happens when you half asleep.
Yeah, well.
Gotta open both eyes.
Whose fault is that?
Yours.
Not though.
It is.
Should have went to sleep at midnight.
Just because you over here laughing at do he's.
You didn't do enough dues, so that didn't make it funny. That was fucked up. and he just kept playing it, and I'm like, no, I can't fucking breathe.
Wait, what happened?
Jason. Jason tried to kill me last night.
Yes, he did.
Did
Well,
some things I can't.
sleep for it.
But fucking, it was worth it. Joe almost died too. He almost fell out the stairs. Anyway.
Say, almost fell down the stairs.
I said out the chair.
Oh, okay.
He was already dumb far back in the chair, and then he started laughing. It was like, oh shit. I'm like, me and Jason are not gonna be able to catch this motherfucker.
Like, oh no.
He just spilled. Anyway. So.
I'm Shadow, by the way.
Mm.
I was the only one that didn't introduce themselves aside of you.
Oh,
Don't
really?
say anything.
Huh?
Exactly.
What?
Chicken butt.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just an innocent black man. There's no such thing.
There's an innocent black man
That's true.
called Charlemagne.
That nigga ain't innocent.
He is innocent.
That nigga used to suck crack. He ain't innocent.
Wow. Did anyone die from it though?
We don't know. He doesn't know. He said that. He said that in one of his books or something like that. He's like, I really don't know. Spike couldn't I don't know.
Damn. I tried, fam.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Nah. I did see a poster though that was saying like, we're fed up. If you sell drugs and someone dies, go to jail. And part of me was like, all right, now you're
pharmacy.
fed up about that?
Now I am darn pissed.
2020. You know what? We're sick of this. No more. But then,
Zero tolerance.
how would you know it was them? If the person that they bought from is dead, who's gonna let you know that it was this person selling it?
Dun dun.
Huh? How about
Special victims unit.
It's like, what do we do? What do we do? That's probably happened at least once. What do we do? The person who did it is dead. It's like,
you know what you do?
slap a subpoena on his corpse and walk away.
That's when you find a high wizard who knows speak with the dead. Then they go and talk to him.
Nigga, you going to jail. He's like, nigga, I'm dead. Fucking, okay, sure, yeah.
Or you could be like iZombie, munch on the brain and see their memories.
See, I wouldn't want to go through all that.
I mean, you gotta cut them open anyways.
You gotta wait for somebody to scratch you.
Well, no, for the fact that you have to go through so many damn memories that have to be triggered by something.
See, I haven't watched the show, so I don't know how it works. So it might be everything, or it might be the most recent. I don't know. I haven't watched it.
It's any
Okay,
given point in time, and it's always triggered by something. So if someone said like a certain phrase, and then
Hippopotamus.
I mean, it's kind of like being that person because the same way that you're sitting here and you don't remember every single fucking thing in your life, but like if something happened, you'd be like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Because I kind of want to watch it because main character is a Power Ranger, but I don't want to feel like watching it because other stuff. Yeah.
Wonder if they made fun of her a lot for that.
I don't know.
Yeah. She used to be a Power Ranger.
why would she get made fun of for that? That's a great honor to be a Power Ranger.
It is. Some people don't see it like that though.
Well, then
Some people were like, you drank some man.
Like, at least I was getting paid.
That is true.
Basically, hit him with that.
But that was back when Saban was doing this. So did she get paid?
No, I think that was she was in when Disney had it.
Is that when Disney had it?
Because didn't Disney have it
she
when
got
they
hella paid then.
didn't Disney have it when they
Disney
did
had it from Ninja Storm until
Overdrive?
Yeah, that was after Overdrive.
I thought she was Yellow Overdrive.
Oh, she was yellow. I thought you told me she was yellow RPM with the dude from Jessica Jones.
Was it RPM or was it Overdrive? I'm trying to think.
Remember, she was in the same.
No, it was RPM. Overdrive is a season I didn't watch.
Yeah. Same. It was kind of bad. Even though Johnny Young Bosch came back.
But yeah, I thought Disney had watched RPM because everyone was saying that was like the darkest season. And it was like, oh, it came from Disney. Everyone was like, wow, the darkest season came from Disney.
It's possible. Because was Samurai the first one where Saban got it back? Because they used the old.
It was either Saban or it was Overdrive. Or I mean, it was Samurai or Overdrive.
If it was Overdrive, then yes. But if it was Samurai, then no. You fucking take the mind worms out of my brain. It's like that movie is so stupid.
I think I only watched like 3 episodes of Overdrive, and one of those episodes was a crossover because Johnny Young Bosch came back.
Yeah,
and I'm like, yeah.
Came back to throw
Hercules.
more change in the homeless masses.
The main chick from Ice Zombie.
Which Hercules? There's like 7 of them in the last 10 years.
Hercules.
No, like the TV show.
Oh,
like the old school TV show.
Yeah.
Oh damn. Was she like a kid in it? Or?
random baby number 4.
Basically.
We need baby extras.
The people who just let their kids do that. It's like Kevin Sorbo's gonna run around with your baby for a couple of hours. It's like, all right, sure, fine.
Hey guys, let's play hack and sack with the baby.
What the fuck? Or the people, Kevin Sorbo signed my baby. I don't have a Sharpie. That's fucked up.
I actually used to like the Hercules show. And Xena, then they had the crossover and it was cool.
I preferred Xena just because, Lucy Lawless. Kind of fine. Oh, she could fuck people up, so I was like, yeah. That was probably like the first chick I was attracted to who could fuck people up. Like, really fuck people up.
Did it awaken something in you?
She was like,
You learned something new about yourself?
I was like, oh.
Yeah, I used to watch those. And Andromeda too. Andromeda was good.
Andromeda was weird.
It was actually funny because they had Hercules references in Andromeda and it was hilarious. So there was like one episode where like their ship got taken over and like, you know how giant ships, they have like spaces where they just have supplies, and like his sword was in one of those supplies, and they was like, what is that? He was like, I'll tell you about it later. He just pulled out the sword. It's like, oh, that's great.
Where you come to find out that was just him dicking around in the fucking holodeck or some shit like that.
I know there was another episode where he meets a shorter character, and the shorter character's like, he's like a Greek god. So yeah, there's a lot of references. There was a Star Wars reference too, with the droids. It was mad funny because they literally was like, they were running around. Some people took over their ship again, and then the droids got cornered by the people who took over the ship, and she was like, "We are not the droids you're looking for."
That actually makes me wonder about something I remember from somebody talking about like droids from Star Wars actually like gain sentience over time, but that's in the extended stuff. So who knows if that still does that?
I thought Grievous was a
Grievous
a cyborg.
was like he was alive.
That's why that's why he had like his eyes were normal.
He had a face.
Did he?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just really, really ugly. That's why he always.
Or was he originally J5?
Huh. Or not?
Because he's got alive.
Was this some kind of, is that like what, like a bicentennial man thing? It's like, I want to be a robot, but then I want to be a human, and then it starts putting human shit in there, and then he fucking dies. Because why would you do that?
Look at Wally. Everything he did.
Fucking Wally. Wally was the man.
Yes.
He saved the fat humans. Because they're too fat to do stuff.
Because they stopped playing video games.
Or because they played too much.
No, if they were playing the Wii, they would have stayed fit.
Yeah, that's true.
In a world where there is no Nintendo, people get fat.
It wasn't even that they were just like fat. It was like their their bone density just went all the way the fuck down.
Because they floated everywhere.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just because they're in space. They said being in space does that to you just, even like no matter.
Doesn't artificial gravity help with that though?
Well, it was a combination of that and them not doing anything. So,
because I know they're even talking about our astronauts having that problem of like, you come back and your bone density's a little fucked up, and they're like, I want to go back up to ISS. It's like, fucking, you need to stay here because your bones.
You think
that's because they are always floating everywhere.
Yeah,
so
I mean, artificial gravity.
Yeah. With what he was saying, with them having the same gravity as what the Earth would have, but they are not doing anything on the lines of they're only sitting.
I'm not sure
They're
if it's
not
the
allowed
gravity,
to do
though, because
any exercise, and it's just over
They
time.
were saying being in space at all does something like that to you.
They just need
I don't know what it
that
is.
10 times gravity Goku train with. They'd be
Yeah,
fine.
right.
So,
Fucking-
I have a question. Do you think Sensu Bean could fix the whole bone density thing?
Bruh, I don't know what the fuck.
Doesn't Sensu means like just restore like energy or whatever?
Well, it restores holes in people too. That's why I'm curious.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, see, that's what like if it was like they do energy, but there have been times where like, oh no, that person has a hole. I can see my house through that person. Give them a Sensu Bean, now they're good.
Sensu Bean.
Because Trunks had a hole in him in the Cell games. Gohan had a hole in him during Resurrection F.
Gohan gets
Piccolo had a hole in it with Frieza.
King Piccolo had a hole in him because of Goku. And he spit up baby Piccolo. Piccolo Jr.
The funny thing is, like, where'd he spit that up from?
Obviously, he keeps it like right here. Goku hit right there. Helping him force it out.
Yeah, he keeps
That was a
it-
mad
keeps it
big,
in
what's the
the
name too? That egg was like that big.
That shit.
Like he had to like
watching
unhinge
him
his
do
jaw.
that was fucking gross because it's just like his neck is just.
And it gets big. It's like,
You're fucking disgusting.
or maybe the egg started soft and when it hit air, it got hard.
I don't even want to think about that.
Like, hey, Piccolo's like a turtle person. That would explain why the egg was soft.
Slug people.
Do they taste like slugs?
I don't know.
Oh, that would be mad disrespectful. Somebody just like slap Piccolo with a handful of salt. Be like, they were trying to fight him, just like, it's not working because I'm not a slug. Don't talk, slug.
Watch it actually work though. Fuck!
If that white Namek is just filled with water like that, so just in case he got some salt on him,
Yeah.
they can just dive in the
Sea
water.
water. That's why they know how to fly already. It's like, fuck that shit. That's fucked up. Yo,
Kill it like the rest.
that motherfucking. The albinos, those poor albinos. He just killed all of them.
How do you think I got so fat?
I wonder if there are like different, like, you know how there's like albino people in like in general, then there's like the albino Martians in DC. I wonder if they're like albino Namekians. Because I always thought Pycon was Namekian, and it turns out he isn't. So I was like, I wonder if there's like other types of Namekians.
Probably. Is it not over there?
You don't have to whisper, Jeremy.
It might have. If there's none, it might get used up. You should play it. I gotta clean up anyway.
Yay.
I wonder what would the weirdest color for offshoot Namekian be?
Careful.
I mean, if they're green, so it'd probably be something weird that you couldn't get with like our skin. So it'd probably be
Yellow?
something like blue or we can be yellow, kind of a little bit.
I mean, I've seen
Like-
bluish
like
people,
that
but it
yellow?
wasn't natural. It was like they took in a lot of iron or something, and they turned this weird blue color, purple.
You ever seen a person who trying to think? There was a person who had like blood. They had blood taken, and they had a lot of blood taken, like from the arm, and that entire area around their arm. I remember it was a white person. Their arm was like yellow, the skin right there. I was like, that's disgusting.
Rosie, is there leftover pizza from last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salvatore's bag.
So,
What's up?
bounty.
You said bounty?
Bounty hunter.
Toilet paper?
Dog the bounty hunter.
Bounty on our president's head.
You're president.
You think the Mandalorian... Actually, still our president.
Not my president.
Base.
I don't know that
Okay.
nigga. My bad. I don't know that Cheeto.
Mandalorian's gonna come to collect? You think so? Raising a young baby Yoda ain't cheap.
No one's gonna go for that.
Of course not. He's got fucking Homeland Security protecting him. It's like that shit ain't gonna happen.
I mean, you saw Olympus Has Fallen. It ain't help. I want to see the new one, Angel Has Fallen. I haven't seen that one yet.
I mean,
Same.
I said that was Didn't they say they planned to make more, but then they had to stop or something like that?
I don't know, but like in terms of like action and stuff, I've never been disappointed with them. But they're all the same. Oh, protect the president. Except in this one is protect myself.
I mean, it's. Oh no, he's still protecting the president.
Well, in the new one, I thought
Morgan
like
Freeman.
Protecting the president from himself.
Well, in the new one, he has to like protect himself to help the president. In the other ones, he just has to purely like.
Well,
because he got framed.
It's an escort
He
mission.
got
Everyone's an
framed,
escort
so
mission.
now he has to break free and like prove like I wasn't the one who did this. But I mean, they can't keep making him
I didn't
because
kill my
Gerard
wife.
Butler getting.
I don't
He's
care.
aging out.
Yeah.
They got to start spraying on his abs again. Give him the Salmon Dean.
Bruh, that shit looks like it
Fat
hurts
grabber.
so bad. It fucking the people from Supernatural have to use them. It's like a thing that like some kind of apparatus that like pinches on the fat on your back and like pulls it back, so that like your front muscles are like showing. It's
Or
fucking
you just
weird.
look like a regular human.
No, they have to be buff.
They have an image to uphold, Joe.
Yeah, they fight monsters. They gotta be buff, right? You can't be fat and fight monsters.
But wait, what about the guy who taught him? Who called him idiots.
Bobby, he was secretly buff too.
He was hiding it
come to
very
find
well.
out?
See,
Come to
no,
find
he
out,
got-
Bobby was the buffest of them all.
He's Uncle Iroh strong.
Bruh. He got left in the fucking prison. He's just working out. the monster's sitting there like, he just broke himself out, man. It's like a one-man army.
Uncle Iroh.
I'm still like, how the fuck did Uncle Iroh do that with no firebending? Or did he do it with firebending?
I think he did it right before
Yeah.
it ended, and it's like, yep, now I can't do shit.
Because he was gone, like he was completely gone before they got there, so he might have did it right before the eclipse.
Or
No, like I
Or-
guarantee he blasted the.
or he found a way to do it without it, which is a way more interesting thing, because it's like, bruh.
If it wasn't him,
he's
then
that
he
slow.
had the spirits from the spirit
Just
world
fucking-
come out and do it for him.
Like I'm gonna pull the heat from the air into my palm, and then just some stupidness. It would be great.
Or I just use my buffness to just fucking rip a fucking hole open.
Leverage.
If that's how he broke out.
We all
wait, I need
we've
a
all
door.
learned from Captain Jack Sparrow. If you have the leverage, you can always do it.
Yeah, if you had those specific stupid ass hinges.
Half barrel hinges.
Yeah, whatever.
Or you can use the other kind of leverage and just have everybody come through. Just wreck face.
I mean, all you really need is Elliot.
Yeah.
Be the beast.
The hitter. It's actually funny because he's in Librarians and he's the exact same character. He's just way smarter.
Yeah.
It's great.
That dude,
I
he's the
didn't-
exact same character in like everything he's in. He was the
I
same
didn't
character
really
in
see
Taxi.
in Taxi. I was like, I didn't really see
He
the
was in,
Taxi.
Angel.
Don't wait for me.
It's the hair. Each one is a different hairstyle. And I was like, bruh.
Yeah.
It's like you over here pulling a fucking Superman, changing your hairstyle so no one can realize it's fucking you. So after,
But his face looks vaguely like he could be related to like the Wahlbergs or something like that. So you're like, I don't
yeah,
That's what like masks it, because you're like, was Donnie Wahlberg in fucking Taxi? Yo, Donnie Wahlberg is leverage. You go, boy. It's like,
that was a good show though.
Yeah.
I have to applaud that from start to finish. That was fucking great.
Especially in
I
that
never actually
last
saw
like
it.
3 episodes when he went full on. Joe
I
was
wasn't
like,
ready.
oh.
Oh shit, he for real? They all dead. But oh damn, let me find out he can actually act.
that one dude is actually in a lot more stuff now. I think his name is Aldous Hodge, the black dude.
The guy who played Artisan.
He was in a few things before
Yeah.
that too.
He
But
was
yeah,
Supernatural.
He started,
Blow Upshuating. It's good. It's good.
He was in Straight Outta Compton.
He's in that. He's in What was that? Mel? What Women Want? I think it is. That, and then Taraji P Henson did the one for men. What Men Want.
Mm-hmm.
He was in that.
The fuck?
Oh, who hell ringing my doorbell?
Amazon.
Wonderful Day, and then are they gonna dip again? Like fucking
Bruh.
See you.
Jinx, no backs, no pay tax. It's like they teach them to dip like that.
I remember someone has the camera built into their doorbell. And
my cousin here has something like that.
A new contender.
the Amazon guy was dancing his way up to the package. It was
Oh,
hilarious.
it's Rory. Oh shit.
Hey.
Oh shit.
Made it to the podcast, but didn't want to make it to the party. I see how it is.
Yeah, you're right.
What's going on, Rory?
Sitting where?
Wherever you want.
Alright, cool.
Fucked up.
Yeah, a bunch of chairs. And...
Oh, I see the back end on this one no more.
Josh took that off last night.
Enough close calls.
Well, no, that's not one of those where it's dangerous to lean
Yeah,
back
but
on.
dude still almost died yesterday.
That's because he's trying to arm wrestle. But
I didn't understand that. I'm like, you're tiny as fuck. Why does he look like the dude from?
let me tell you how I
Girl
think we
Next
had a
Door.
celebrity in the house last night because this dude looked
Two.
Yeah.
Two.
Yeah. Fucking weird. He looked like the dude from.
Obviously, that mean the
Girl Next
podcast
Door.
is coming up.
There was one of the dudes, one of the main character's friends.
That dude there.
He was,
Oh shit, that is, bro. You got somebody looking like that for him?
yeah, the one that he was the one that fucked the porn stars, right? And,
Yeah, that's the
and,
tripod dude. Yeah.
Fucking. Yes. Fuck yeah! I was like, yo, why do you look so dead?
That other kid was mad funny though. Yeah, that movie was crazy. Anyway, fucking, and then that guy's girlfriend, right, was looked like that other guy's girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. And then we had Jesus here.
Oh, straight up, was black Jesus or white Jesus?
Hispanic
Hispanic Jesus.
Yeah,
Hispanic
word.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So somewhere in the middle.
Nice surprise. Nice.
The tropical Mexican kind because he was Puerto Rican.
Was he Puerto Rican?
Yes.
Oh, so he is Jesus. I can't call him Jesus. I gotta call him Jesus. I can't do that. It's fucking weird.
No, I mean that's Ramos always got to make that joke with him. Apparently, anytime somebody ready to call out his name, it's like, oh, what are you going to say? You going to say Jesus? You going to say Jesus? Well, that's what most people from our high school are. We're all kind of fucked up like that.
Good times.
Good times at Ridgemont High.
Good times. Good times.
Pour coffee in someone's face.
The
Who
applesauce.
fuck- Like, why? Who? That's just me.
Why you smiling? Like you did before.
That's just me. Well, first of all, no. I had a chance to and I didn't.
The fuck?
Tim Hortons, man.
Oh
Them
shit! You
old-
could have reenacted that fucking movie.
Them old women that be going up in there be
Good
getting on my
job,
nerves.
McClaney. Yeah.
I wonder if there's actual videos of people going to Starbucks and getting hot coffee thrown in their face because they're being rude to like the barista or some shit like
I mean,
that.
there has to be at least one. You can't tell me nobody snapped working at Starbucks.
I don't know. They get paid real well there, so they probably want to fuck it up.
Do they really?
I mean, they get health benefits and all that shit.
Holy shit!
Maybe you sure
That's why
there.
the coffee's $5. Fucking.
Yeah, no, that's literally what the reason is. The owner told us, like, I charge this much because I'm making sure my employees are set.
Yeah, so then I'm okay with paying that much, I guess. Still. Also, fuck that. I'm not paying. I ain't got money like that.
Not yet.
I'm taking care of other people's kids. I ain't doing that. So, we've probably talked about the bounty thing enough for the FBI to probably be listening to us.
Nah.
You definitely have. You've said it like 5 times in front of phones. So they're like, who is this shadow? Now you got a white shadow.
Do you know how many people go by the name of, like, by the nickname Shadow?
I mean,
There's
he
the
is a
hedgehog.
Yeah, they're gonna knock on his door first. Fucking. So apparently, Christian Bale is gonna be in the new Thor movie. I don't know it's who, but like he's just gonna be in it. I don't fucking know.
It's gonna be Gore the God Butcher.
That'd be interesting.
It would be too early though. I think they got to establish their next set of stuff first.
I was thinking probably maybe Mangog.
Oh, that's a lot of CG. Mangog is really big. Mangog is Surtur sized.
They'll do the stupid shit. Oh, he's got a human form. Christian Bale is what he looks like as a person.
Actually, if I remember correctly, I think Mangog is a main of Thanos, or part of the Black Order or something.
I don't know enough about his character to know. Can't remember. If he is though, he's like he predates them calling themselves the Black Order. The Black Order's like relative.
Then it might be.
I can't see Christian Bale being any good villain in Marvel.
Maybe he's replacing Odin. Who knows?
Oh God, no.
Hey guys, I wasn't dead.
It's gonna be in the new Thor. The new Thor is Love and Thunder.
Anthony Hopkins is like the best pick that they have for Odin. They can't replace him with that until he dies, which he never will.
That would be dope if they just start out the fight with him, or they start out the movie with just him fighting Christian Bale's character or some shit like that, and then like he loses the hammer, and then she's like, "Oh, I can pick it up," and then that's how she gets hers, or whatever. I mean, that's how that story goes for her to be.
Oh, I know. It's just the fact that who they have playing her. It's like, oh,
so that means she would have Stormbreaker.
I guess I'll come back to being Thor now. Since I get the hammer.
Because remember at the end he doesn't have Mjolnir, he has Stormbreaker.
Yeah, he had Cap had to send it back. Just for me because I can still hold it. That shit was dope. Oh, I'm sorry. Spoilers for Endgame if you never saw fucking Endgame. Winter Soldier.
That's because he didn't get enough screen time, so he didn't watch it. He didn't get enough screen time, so he didn't watch it.
Yeah, right. It's like my favorite character's not there, so fuck that.
Who's the favorite character?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Winter Soldier.
He has screen time.
When a raccoon's trying to steal his arm, like he doesn't have his own screen time.
That's a good amount of screen time for him.
It is so, because Rocket's not gonna stop him.
I'm gonna get that arm.
Fuck him. It's great. Yeah.
It's great.
So do we even have to talk about Fallout? I don't think we shouldn't have to, but I'm just gonna say one thing.
Since we're on like the superhero topic, I have to bring one thing up that I was talking about with in the group with Chris Pratt and Ferris, people trying to get them to be the fall person for this bullshit.
The who?
I remember. I remember what he's talking about.
What with the whole? They're trying to say that they're part of the pedophile ring out there in Hollywood.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know. I can't comment on that because I'm fucking.
I've been trying to find shit where it's like specifically Chris Pratt and nothing. And I'm getting more.
Are you trying to build a timetable for Chris Pratt? See, he couldn't possibly do that because he was here then, he was here there, and he was here then. No pedophile shit.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's like leave him alone.
You gonna hack into NORAD to try to save Chris Pratt?
I would do that for him, yes.
Wow.
You leave Andy Dwyer alone.
Open war crimes, just talking about that shit on this podcast.
Andy Dwyer does no wrong.
Andy Dwyer. I mean, no, that's too easy. Anyway. I mean, it's probably, I wouldn't be surprised if it was just people trying to grab at anybody to pull anybody they want to down. Because there's always people like that around those kind of events where it's just like, oh yeah, it was this side of Hollywood, but also they're just like, that motherfucker, he was doing it too. Yeah, I was following his lead. That motherfucker taught me how to do it. And it's just like, motherfucker, that dude has nothing to do with it at all.
They just throw a bigger name out there to overshadow everything else.
Either that or just to also pull them down because they're like, fuck that person for whatever reason.
Oh no, that's
how you not gonna be a pedophile?
No, because like what it is. The guy was being accused of everything. It's like, oh, but it was that. It's like, okay, now it went from him to Chris. I was like, that's no. This is no. Stay here. This is where we're at right here.
Pedophile crabs in a pedophile bucket.
It's irritating as fuck.
Yeah.
Then you have the greatness of Ricky Gervais and him just going off on everybody at the Golden Globes.
Oh yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, it was alright. You know how I feel about Ricky Gervais.
See, that's because you have a bias against him.
I mean, I said that. I just said that. You know how I feel about Ricky Gervais. I don't like him. So.
But see, you have issues with all white people, though.
It all started when I was 4. This kid took my ice cream. I was like, fuck that kid. Fuck you, Chris. I remember. I can't even remember. I don't remember his name.
Wow.
Why would I learn his name? He's a fucking asshole. What the fuck was that?
I don't. Is that you?
I don't know what that was.
It's the Gremlins. The Tontata.
Bruh, the fucking Gremlins.
What fell last night?
Daylight out.
Like what fell last night?
Pizza box?
No, because something over here had fell.
When last night? While people were here after people left.
We were here. It was like, what was that? It was like you were like,
Yeah, wasn't that the pizza box? When you said it was a ghost. Remember you were standing over there and something fell and you were like, it's a ghost.
Oh, yeah. No, it wasn't the pizza box. It was the chicken container shit.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Did JT take the whole bread again?
They haven't gave us any bread like the past few times. I'm kind of irritated with that shit.
The last time JT got the bread.
Because before, like, when we get the 50 wings and shit, they'll put it in the tin with the bread and shit. Now they're just giving us these little punk ass little.
I think that's when you had them breaded, though.
No, I've never had them breaded.
There was one time.
that was me. That
was
was
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when they gave us bread.
No, but I've had it before when they kept bringing them in the tin.
Yeah.
And they had bread with it. You didn't notice because, JT just took the bread out of there. It was sub rolls.
How'd he do at Spades last night? I know you taught him how to do spades last night. It was just like, yeah.
Bruh, no. Joe, myself, and Britt were teaching him. This dude reneged like what? How many times?
He reneged twice. He reneged. See, okay. Here's the thing, though. He was doing good.
Yeah, the first game he won.
It was the first hand Britt really kind of had like a really good hand, so that's how that went. But Devon and I got 2, and then like 3 games straight, we just had shit hands, and JT was just pulling off some bullshit. But he got a little too cocky, and that 4th hand, I realized that the very last card that he reneged. So it was like, all right, caught you on that one. But the very next hand, he had so many fucking diamonds because diamonds led, and then he wanted to win the book.
I remember
so he threw
that
out the
hand.
2 of diamonds.
I was like, what the? I'm like, that's why I said, like, how the fuck did you get all this? He's like, I don't know. That was crazy.
It was so because you just saw Britt just gave up. But yep,
Like the whole table fell silent. Was like, did he just?
he was just too like he wanted that book so bad. Just gotta get it. Shit was crazy. Funny as fuck though.
Watching him try to count cards though was fucking hilarious. I'm like, this is the wrong game to do that though. He's like, oh yeah, right.
No, Spades is a good one to be able to count the cards.
Is it?
Yeah. Because going off of what you have, and then what your partner is telling them what he got, you can tell who got what.
Better to do that with blackjack though.
There's more with blackjack.
Yeah.
So I'm okay when it comes to counting cards, but I couldn't do it with blackjack.
So who's winning in Uno?
There's a few different winners.
Well, all I know
Corey
is
was
I
angry as
won.
fuck.
I won, but then Josh and his girlfriend.
God damn, he probably slept outside last night.
That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
Now
I just want to fucking win.
he was right there. He's like, no, babe, I'm sorry. Come on.
She's like, don't touch me.
It's just a joke, babe.
Don't touch me.
I love you. Don't touch me. That's kind of like how Jeremy is with me when I beat him in Naruto.
I've seen it.
Or anybody beats him in Naruto.
Shit.
Well, no, it's more so when Rory beats him. He gets like that with me when I like fuck up the people's armor and shit. Because to me, that's my win. If I do enough damage to break off a piece of the clothing,
Oh, okay.
that's when I say I win because I've done enough.
God help you, you fuck up Kaguya.
That horn get broke. You alright in there, babe?
Quiet.
It's alright. Just the few and far between times that I've actually beat him, and he's like of sound mind, he knows that it doesn't really matter.
Other times we gotta watch your back.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So I still can't think of an answer for your question that you had asked us the other day.
Yeah, I asked these guys, I gave them a little bit of homework. I told them to think of a time where business tactics, pure scumbag business tactics, ruined a piece of art.
And I forgot all about that shit, like I said I was.
Yeah.
Not on purpose.
Yeah. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because the second I told you, you're like, oh, I'm gonna forget that. Like it went.
I
in
know
the
my-
ear, they
I
just
know
went the
myself.
fuck back
I
out.
was say he knows his limits,
So I can't know myself now?
but
I mean,
but
I'm not a fool.
you
You
watch
can
Black
write it down and
Clover,
shit.
so you have to listen to Yami, and you have to break through your limits.
Exactly.
I haven't watched Black Clover in a minute.
Oh, the
Word.
blasphemy!
No,
I finished, that's why.
Oh well, then you know what?
No excuse, man.
I tried. I was trying to give you an out. It's like,
Were you though?
yeah. It's just as if we were in Seinfeld. You're Kramer and I'm your lawyer, and you found a way to fuck up a win. Which
You said nigga on stage,
Actually,
you can't do that.
it wasn't even his lawyer. It was like his friend.
No, well, the one with the bra, it was
No.
his caddy.
Yeah, it was Caddy. Yeah.
But when it was the hot coffee thing, when he spilled hot coffee on himself in the theater, he put on the little balm that would take care of the burn, and he no longer had a mark.
And that was the herring, the smoking gun or whatever.
Yeah, that was going to be what
Before
they
picture
used.
phones, is now you can say, oh,
Exactly.
yeah. That sucks. Anyway.
But at least you weren't like JT and reneged.
Fucking
Britt just like gave up, just like
Spades is the terrifying game.
yeah.
I'm still going to stick with M. Night Shyamalan and him fucking up, or the live action Dragon Ball Z movie.
both those gave us cancer.
Either those two are just
Both of those gave us cancer.
yeah.
Well, the only reason I was saying M. Night Shyamalan might not be is because that's
Nah,
almost
he
like
is.
Lucas. That's almost like Lucas just being up his own ass. That's a creative just being like, oh, I have to change this and I have to make this and I want to make it like that because I wanted to do it. Like no one told him to do all that shit. He just did that by himself. I'm talking like, so mine is gonna be Fantastic Four from 2015 when Fox made that heap of fucking garbage, literally to keep the license for the Fantastic Four. They made it knowing it was going to be shit, but they were like, we got to make a movie so we can keep the fucking license so that Marvel can't have the license. So fuck you. We're going to make a movie. We're going to put Michael B. Jordan in it. Maybe people will go see it. Yeah, black people like him. Fuck him.
Creed 2 didn't come out yet. No one liked them.
Fruitvale Station did though. That made people feel.
He got knocked out.
You can say
People
Fox
feel bad.
with any movie in general with what they've done. With.
Movie, TV show, lots of shit.
So I think then they have Heroes, or was that NBC?
That was ABC.
Was that
wasn't
ABC?
that?
No, they canceled Firefly. That's what they canceled.
Fox canceled Firefly, which apparently they might be so deep in the hole that they might be like, yo, y'all want a Firefly remake, maybe?
See, the problem is
like,
that they're not
nigga.
going to be able to get the people back though. Nathan
Who?
Fillion has his own show right now.
And Nathan Fillion is like, how you gonna explain him going from that to like, it's kind of old. His whole show,
10-year
that-
time skip.
the rookie that exactly the rookie
Who had
show that
Brooklyn
he has right
Nine-Nine?
now. He's supposed to be like the whole joke is that he's old for being
Yeah.
a beat cop.
Yep.
What you say?
Who had Brooklyn Nine-Nine first?
Wasn't that Fox?
Fox.
And they're the one that canceled it,
Yep.
and then
the public outcry, fucking louder than when Alderaan got killed.
and now NBC has it.
I think so, yes. Because NBC's not a fucking idiot. They picked it up like literally
Within the same weekend, right?
Yeah, like I think they got canceled on Friday, and by Sunday or Monday, NBC was like, "I'll buy this shit. I'll buy all of it." So they only given us one season though, so we're still waiting for another one, I guess. But it is supposed to be getting another season. Like it's not. They're not just gonna.
Rosa,
One and done.
Rosa.
Judy. I thought that was funny. They made that one chick his sister. That was funny.
She always plays such
Trudy,
a goody two shoes character,
Which is
And
funny
then-
because she's not that.
and then for her to play that, I was like, "What?" I was not ready for it.
She's one of those chicks from Girl Code.
Is she from Girl Code? Because I know her from like Good Place and shit like that.
Mad funny. Is she?
Yeah.
I'll watch that, so I'm not.
You should. It's a good show.
I've heard that, but then I've heard that about a lot of things, and then I end up watching shit, and I'm like,
Have I ever lied to you? Don't answer that.
Hallmark.
That was not a lie. The mom made me a liar.
Like, it was a truth when I said it, and then things changed.
Because you can't just trust Marketplace Mall just to keep shit anymore, apparently, because they're trying to turn it into a fucking
They just
outlet.
juggle the stores around.
They do too much, and then now they're going to shut it. They're closing it down, and they're going to remodel it to where you got to walk outside and go to a different fucking
Oh, because
store.
I heard
and
they're
everything now.
adding like another thing to it for like is supposed to be like a U of R medical something.
It's gonna be like Bay Plaza in the Bronx. It's gonna be a huge ass strip mall, which is stupid as fuck.
They just
Just keep it as it is.
Yeah. But then again, I mean, it's weird when you go in there and there's like a bunch of holes in there. Like there's no store there, or there's no store here, and you're like,
They're using that storage for like other stores.
yeah, it doesn't look good. Cause y'all got that other fucking mall. How long ago did that one close? The one that's
In the Ronda Court?
yeah.
I don't know when it closed. It's been closed ever since I moved up here. So,
Alright, let me tell you how I didn't even know there even was a mall on the Ronda Court.
Yeah, there
right next to the tunnel.
was.
that's why it closed.
Because I knew of Greece,
I wanna say it
Marketplace,
clo-
and Eastview.
Honestly, I want to say it closed in like the 1990s.
Holy shit.
That's probably why I didn't know about it, because I
So I
didn't
remember-
remember the malls like 2000s.
Some
Well,
mall.
going there with like my mom and everything, and
I remember
they used to
Arnaldo.
have like the carousel and like the
Yeah, he posted pictures of the fucking inside and still got the carousel in there. I'm like, that's creepy.
Well, because I know the carousel, the one that had the carousel was like Eastview and Greece.
The Rockaway had it too.
I see.
But it was like actually theirs was by the window.
I've only known two malls that ever had it, and those were the two. See, that's again.
It's like
I never knew of that mall.
right by the window on the second floor.
Because they don't let niggas in
You know what they
it, was
should
on, it was
do?
on the second floor.
Yeah.
They had 2 floors. And this mall closed down. Yo, they must have been fucking up for real.
You know what they should do, Joe?
Pictures in there look creepy as fuck. It looks like the mall from Stranger Things.
I was gonna say they should use
Well, that's why it's closed.
they should use that mall for a live action Left 4 Dead
That would be dope. Can you get like permission to go in there?
or live action Dead Rising
with enough money, probably.
Right.
because they already got all the space they need for it. They just gotta put the
They
bodies in
could
there.
easily do Dead Rising in there.
Dead Rising would be great. So who would play the main guy? I can see a young Bruce Willis pulling it off, but you know.
Yeah,
Bruce
when he
Willis.
had hair.
Yeah.
No, unless I'm remembering the
Chris Pratt
character
would do it.
wrong.
He might be able to do it.
Nah, they're both not.
No, the Vulture. He's enough of an asshole to do it.
Actually, that's the perfect build too.
The dude from the Allstate commercials where he's like, "I'm danger. This is what danger could do to your car." He's like, "I'm a little girl who's playing in the street." Some shit like that. I'm a branch who just decided to fall in the car. Just like
That
elbow
wasn't
drops in
him
the car.
as Vulture, was it?
Yeah, that's the same dude.
I thought that was the dude that played Beetlejuice that played Vulture.
No. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He's talking about.
Oh.
You're thinking
Oh
Michael
no!
Keaton.
Oh yeah, no, Mike.
You're thinking of Batman.
I immediately was thinking
I was about to be like,
See, I didn't hear the whole Brooklyn Nine-Nine part. We're both
Well, he didn't say Brooke. He just said the Vulture, and I knew who he was talking about.
When I heard Vulture, I went straight to fucking Spider-Man. So.
Sam, I was like, wait.
which I hear they might be putting him in fucking like a Batman Beyond movie.
They need
Like
to.
he's apparently heard the cries from the internet, and now he's like, yeah, I'm on for it. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm like, let him do it.
So they're gonna use Twilight dude for Terry McGinnis.
I don't know who.
Wait, is he still?
He's still Batman.
Oh, fucking what?
He's still having trouble bulking up, and he's still Batman.
So it's gonna be like the dude who plays Shazam, where he's not gonna get as big and have a bodysuit on him.
God, I hope not. He's gonna end up looking like Earthworm Jim. With a tiny ass head and just buff ass body.
How long has he been trying to bulk up?
I don't know. He's
It's
in
like
that,
literally-
he's in that new movie, Tenet.
Yeah, he is.
Chris Nolan's new movie. Is it Christopher Nolan? That movie got like a buttload of money though. That movie, I think they said they got like $200 million to make that movie. It's like shit.
This
You
is
know, also
bad.
got a buttload of money to do a movie and it failed. Cats.
I told people that was gonna fail because fucking Uncanny Valley is a thing. You look at something that is close enough to being human, but just like not right quite there. Like you people can accept it up until like you get to like 95% looking like a human, and then it just dips the fuck off for like acceptance. Have you seen the graph before? Like it straight the fuck down, and then go straight the fuck back up because 100% is another person. You look at a person, you're not repulsed as long as it's not Ricky Gervais, but.
Wow, you really are at this fool
for
right
real.
now.
He was actually the first person I could think of. I was about to think of somebody.
probably gonna say
He's
Jimmy
actually
Carr.
not bad looking. Jimmy Carr's not that bad looking, though, right? What is that? Fucking-
So does that count for the dude from 300? Mad.
See, that's different though, because the features on him are still human, even though all the metal on his face is not. But like, so I'm talking like Battle Angel Alita.
Dude.
Oh no, not the Guy King dude. The one that betrayed him.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because bad enough makeup can do it too. Like there have been people who like you just reject the character. You're just like, I don't know why I'm like uncomfortable looking at this shit. It's called the Uncanny Valley, and it's like a weird psychology thing where you just can't accept something that's that close to being human but still is kind of off, and you're just like, I don't fucking like it. Yeah.
Your eyes are too
So
perfect.
Abe Sapien, where does
He doesn't register as a human as all as it is. He doesn't really have human features. Like the second you see blue skin, you're like, okay, I'm already dealing with a cartoon character that's alive. Like you're not looking at another human thing, so you're like, oh, not human.
I mean it's humanoid-esque.
Like there are a couple Star Wars characters that have that, like Kit Fisto. He's a dope Jedi, and he should have been in more shit, but like, cause he's dumb strong, he was on the council and everything. But like, apparently his makeup, people didn't respond to it well, so they were like, oh, let's just put him in that one scene where he gets fucking killed. Why not? Yeah. And that happened to Cats, so.
They also re-released Cats, or they released it way too soon.
Yeah, there was a lot of CG
They
stuff that they
re-released
should have
a lot, and
done.
it was still editing it.
Yeah.
Did they get the guy who did Andromeda to do it?
I think that was a chick. I can't remember.
How the hell do you have a movie with Dame Judi Dench and Idris
Apparently,
Elba?
she was the worst because there were times where you could see like
Her whole wedding.
the fursuit and like that she like the real fursuit that she's wearing that's supposed to be CG'd over. Sometimes there are times where you can like see that. So now we're gonna get that's another pure scumbag thing that they're gonna start doing possibly. Movies are gonna start being like video games. TV shows are gonna start being like video games. Remember the
Gotta
Starbucks
purchase the
stuff?
DLC.
They're gonna start editing shit when they go to release the DVD. So you're like, no, that never happened. It's like, really? Because I was sitting in the fucking movie theater and I saw how terrible fucking Batman vs Superman was. How terrible that editing was. Rory's sitting there with that look on his face like, bruh, that took me back. But like, fucking DVD release doesn't have those problems because it was properly edited and it came out like months after. So it's fucking stupid, but they're gonna start doing that.
Too bad they can't release the beta like they do with video games. Like, we're going to release this beta.
Release a patch into your memory. So, bro, I don't remember that movie tanking. It was good. Yeah.
But no, just gotta wait for all the new movies to come out. Although I gotta,
There's a buttload of stuff coming out this
Are
year.
you excited
I
for?
have to go and see Star Wars. I think that's gonna be the very first thing I see.
Are you excited for Mulan?
I'm not excited for Mulan, not at all.
Is it because they don't have Jackie Chan as emperor? Because that would have been great.
There's no Mushu. There's not enough singing, and
There's no singing at all, right? They just said there's
I
no
thought
singing.
she was gonna do at least that opening.
How are they
song.
gonna do? Who's doing the movie? Like who's?
It looks like Sparrow might be Mulan. That's who. It looked like her.
I mean, like
Mulan's
I mean,
okay.
like director wise, or
I don't know.
because you can't have Mulan and not have Mushu.
Yeah,
Mushu is not in there at all.
Because
No, that's
like,
what I'm saying. Like you can't have Mulan and not have Mushu.
literally, I keep saying that. Like, no way we survived this. Every single time something happens, we almost die. It's like fucking. He was perfect in that movie. He was the comic relief that you need. Because it's like, holy shit, we're dealing with killing people and this, that, and third. Let's have a funny cartoon dragon over there and do shit. Fucking, but they're like, nah, that's too fake.
It's like
Maybe
they have the
they,
capability to do
man.
CGI, like good CGI.
None of the stuff is what's real about it.
Maybe they couldn't get Eddie Murphy, so it was like, we can't get Eddie Murphy, so we're
They
not
wanted
doing
it to
it.
be so realistic, but I was like, if that's the case, Mulan has to fucking die at the end.
The funny thing is,
pretty much
you're literally taking the magic out of a Disney movie, but you didn't do that for like Beauty and the Beast.
none of it.
You work.
None of them.
So why does
Like,
Mulan
they're
have
talking
to be
in
the one
Lion
thing where
King. There's magic.
Why does Mulan have
Because
to be the
it's-
one thing you took the magic out of?
Because it's an Asian chick. It's an Asian culture rather.
Oh, it's racist.
And
You
it
can't
has
say
a- and it
magic.
has a-
That's
and-
racist.
And it has a black dude as a dragon. That's why.
Yeah,
That's probably it.
and they're trying to empower women with this shit. So
Yeah, so they took out the fucking song. Like, the whole point of that song.
I'll Make a Man Out of You is my favorite Disney song.
Fucking
To
exactly.
be honest with you,
And
I
it's-
have that shit on my playlist all the time.
The fucking best song, and the thing that sucks is that people took it as face value for being like, it's fucking misogynistic. I'm like, okay, for
She's
one,
pretending to be a
the
man.
world was misogynistic back
Yeah.
then. Yeah, and two, the funny part about the song is that it's like, I'll make a man out of you, but one of the men you're
She's
making is a
overcoming
fucking woman,
everything.
and she's better than everyone else.
Yep.
It's the irony of like, fuck, come on. People
You
don't
know-
understand that shit though.
You know, people don't know stuff. And it's sad.
I'll be happy if they give me like an instrumental, just like orchestrate it and then just like throw
No,
it in
because
there.
I'm gonna want Donnie Yen to start singing.
You're right.
I want him to start humming to fuck up.
Actually, I remember when I went to Otakon, people just started. It was like a flash mob.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, I'm walking, all I hear is
I
you
remember
just
seeing that.
hear it humming, and you look over, and there's like 800 people just singing it. It was great.
Yeah, flash mobs at cons are scary and fun. You just never really know why that many people are coming together until they start singing, and you're like, oh shit.
Is this
oh,
an
shit!
intervention?
It's a boss fight.
Word, that's why you buy your swords at the beginning. In case something pops off. You'd be like,
I'm surprised there
like
hasn't been
Boyega in that fucking movie.
any zombie
You said
games at like a
she's the
con.
one that's gonna
That's
be.
directing it.
Who is it?
Some New Zealand woman.
Named Nikki Caro.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it might still be good for.
Of course,
what it
leave it
is,
to a
but it's
white
like,
person to fuck up a movie about
Non-white people. Like, hey, let's have Harriet Tubman be.
Oh.
that shit.
That
Yo.
whole conversation we had at fucking. I'm like, bro.
Do you know how bad that
Why did I
was?
think that too? I was gonna say, I'm like, nah, let me not.
Oh, that would have been so fucking
Thank you,
bad.
Shadow.
Would have been so fucking bad.
Martin Luther King starring fucking Ryan Gosling. That was one of the ones that was going around.
Damn it.
Yeah. Because they're so mad we're making
No.
black characters. Oh, you
No. They wouldn't have gone for Ryan Gosling. They went for Tom Hanks because they want to make someone that they can't get mad at.
Okay.
Oh,
if they make a Tom Hanks, I might have to watch it just to see where this shit's going.
Exactly.
Because it could end up being like Tropic. If it ends up being like Tropic Thunder, I don't want to miss it. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Huh?
I'll be honest with you. I might not be able to get mad at him. Straight up.
Exactly. They are going to go for someone you can't get mad at. And who would be the one a white guy that could do Martin Luther King? Tom Hanks. Because Tom Hanks just does everybody, and he does it amazingly.
He treated Bubba with respect, so he respects the black culture. It's fine.
That is such a racist movie.
I would just want to see the reasoning for how he's white yet he's working for like saving black people and shit.
He's adopted.
I got that black pussy. I ain't going back.
Man.
I mean, he did do Mr. Rogers, so it's like
I still have to see that movie.
Fred Rogers is an amazing man. So
I remember there was an article about how he invited there was a cop character and he was black and he invited the cop to soak his feet in the pool with him.
Yep.
At that time there was a lot of
that was after the incident and where they were pouring bleach in the pool to get the black kids out of the pool. Yeah. It's fucked up, but
I love how I think we talked about this before, but it's like there are so many things that we have like defense mechanisms for, like from our parents and shit. Like, oh, don't get in that elevator with that white girl, or some shit like that. And you're like, people look at us like we're crazy, but it's like, bruh, it's entirely like a defense thing. Like, I don't want to end up in a situation where I might even have to know the law, know what I'm talking about, this, that, and third, blah, blah, because it's like, fuck. Last thing I need is a cop going, oh, you're in the elevator with a white girl. Why are you in there? Huh? What are you doing? You kidnapped her, didn't you? It's like, fucking what?
Shit.
Bro, I'm just trying to go to the 4th floor. I don't know this bitch.
Are you talking about with Blackish?
Yes, that is exactly what I'm talking about.
He's like, I remember.
How could you just leave that child in there, you monster?
It's like, I saw my freedom flash from my eyes.
Which is actually an incident that happened.
Freaking Lawrence Fishburne kind of killed me with it because he was like, son, I'm proud of you. I remember when I saw my first white girl in the elevator, he's like, nope.
He worked his elevator. That's fucked up. Nah, but that shit actually happened because somebody got fucked up because they were like, oh, you were helping a little girl in the elevator. That's kind of suspicious. Black people don't do anything good, so that means you must have stole her from her parents. Like, no, I was trying to help her find her parents. Like, likely story. Little girl's sitting there crying too much because she still hasn't found her parents, so she can't tell them that what was actually happening. So what happens to dude ends up in jail.
But then you have someone like Lindsay Lohan trying to steal someone's child from him, thinking that.
I remember I told you that, and you were like, "There's no way she did something so stupid." And I remember seeing you play that shit, and you were like, "What has happened?" I'm like, "That's when she was trying to steal. She was trying to steal these like Middle Eastern people's kids." Because I guess she, didn't think they looked enough like the parents, whatever. But, like, she's just like, I'll save you. I'll save you. This is human you guys are evil. You're doing human trafficking. This is terrible. It's like, bitch,
she's back on the drugs.
You are outside of America? What the fuck?
The fact that the parents was like, let's just move away from her kids.
They were super nice because they should have decked her.
Seriously, though.
You're trying to abduct, like, she grabbed their kids multiple times. If it wasn't Lindsay Lohan, which I don't even know if her fame means anything now, but to them, people outside of the country, I'm like, I don't know. But she's lucky that they didn't press charges, or actually they might have. But they didn't deck her. Just something they were probably in their rights to do. Because, like, they were probably in a country that it's okay to deck women. I don't know. But, fucked up.
Crazy part is just watching it because it's her doing like a little live feed on Facebook, whatever. We just see all the hearts coming in, like, oh,
all the dumb chicks like,
you're doing to get the kids, save the children.
She's so good.
I'm like y'all fucking,
bruh. I still every so often. I look at the news and see some shit like that, and I'm like, this is like a fake movie news thing. Like, this is some shit that shouldn't be happening, that can't happen. How is it happening right now?
It's like an article out of The Onion or some shit.
Word.
Do you know how many people fall for that, though?
All the time. All the fucking time.
Because the headlines are just like, just serious enough, yet funny, that people are like...
And that's all people read is the headlines nowadays.
I had because there was one a couple of years ago where it said cops will stop. It's called Stop and Kiss, where the
Onion articles, I swear to God, they're like episodes of Ed, Edd n Eddy. It's like it starts out normal, and then as towards you get to the fucking end of it, you're just like, okay, no, there's no way that's fucking real.
I was like, stop. It's like because they were going off all Stop and Frisk thing, so Stop and Kiss, where they have to kiss the person on the lips, and they had a full video too. I was like, this is fucking stupid.
What kind of gay cop made that?
But my friend was like, so I wish a cop will come up and fucking kiss me and try to say. It's like it's fake. It's not a real article. So this is a real news thing. Look at the website. I was like, it's the Onion. It's nothing but jokes.
Can you fight? Oh shit.
Oh my. I want to say your name so bad because I want to put you on blast right now, but I'm being nice.
Nah, don't do that. That's me.
Oh,
that's
my
like saying
gosh.
this. You know who thinks the Earth is flat? This nigga. It's like, don't do that. We don't need witch hunts in 2020. Unless say 2019. I'm not used to it yet.
Yeah, see, I fucked up a few times. I wrote down 2019 a few times.
Remember doing journal entries in school? You had to write the fucking date. You still write it like shit. And now it's even worse too because it's a 20, so there's no 1, so you can't like just scratch out that last one.
Yeah,
You gotta scratch out
exactly.
both of them. It's like oops, shit. Yeah. So, there's a new way to get rich. You want to get rich?
Selling blood.
Sort of.
Plasma?
Fallout 76. You could sell guns now and make real money.
Yeah, I told you he was
It's
gonna.
a fucking lawless zone now. You can steal people's items. You can steal people's entire Pip-Boy. And you can sell guns.
I think they had a
I'm excited
in-game
to start playing.
marketplace like that in one of the Diablo games, and they shut it down. But I heard people were making a lot of money. I think it was Diablo.
It was
Was
Diablo.
Diablo? Okay.
That shit was people making like thousands of dollars. Remember we saw that in the thing. It was in one of the they had to shut it down because remember it was in
One of the controversy
things. Remember
I thought I was talking about Fallout.
there was one talking about Fallout. There was one talking about the remember those two guys with the Counter-Strike or with some online game that was a shooting game or something like that. They made like a separate thing and they were like advertising it, but then you come to find out they're the ones that made it.
Well,
but then then there was the other one that was Diablo.
They were doing online betting.
Yes, that's what it was.
It was for Counter-Strike.
Yeah. And then there was another thing for Diablo.
Yeah, because they had like a
It was in that
legit
same
marketplace in the game that you can spend in-game money or you can spend real money on. So people would farm out ridiculous stuff and then sell it and just be making cash.
Kind of like Nick, remember? My roommate from college, my freshman year. He used to play Megaten. He used to play Shin Megami Tensei, I think it was called. Fucking online game. And he would just grind and just get shit, and he'd be playing like, I swear to God, all fucking night. Like I remember one night remember that one night we were watching One Piece. He was sitting there behind us, and I told you went home, and I told you he was still playing. Like when I woke up the next day, like he didn't go to sleep. This motherfucker was making like hundreds of dollars, sending people crazy like end of game shit.
That's how you get to college.
Got to when they don't give you financial aid. They put him down as a white student. That was fucked up, so he didn't get financial aid.
Oh, Nick.
Parents were fucking furious. He was black as fuck.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
What the
he
hell?
didn't even.
It's because his last name thought he was French.
He was, yeah, probably. That was fucked up.
Oh, Lordy!
Yeah.
Gotta stand out. I'll stretch it out.
Next lightning.
So a good thing about Star Wars is apparently there's Kenobi show. It's coming to Disney Plus.
Yeah, I heard what's his name was coming back to do it.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor. Ewan?
Ewan?
Is that what it is? Ewan?
Patrick Ewing?
I thought that was spelled like EU. I don't know. But yeah, he'll come back.
Or EW?
I don't fucking know. But he's coming back, and that'll be good. Because apparently as long as somebody I know was saying like as long as you keep any of the Star Wars things like away from executives, like people who would, You should do
Fuck it
this.
up.
No, you should do that. Yes, exactly. Fuck it up. You keep it as far away from them as possible, like a TV show or a game or some shit like that. They don't care about TV shows and games. They care about the fucking toys that you would make from the movies. So they care about the movies. So the TV shows are hitting. The games are hitting. Because what was the name of the game with the... We were talking about last night.
Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Fallen Order, yeah. Fallen Order's doing good. Fucking Mandalorian's doing good.
Oh, speaking of Fallen Order, I know someone who's trying to platinum it, and one of the trophies you need in order to platinum it is to get all the items, and he glitched through like a door, and now he can't get the item. He can see the item, but he can't get to it because he glitched through the door. So like he can't get the platinum now. So he's done everything else.
Is that Eric?
Somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Somebody I work with still,
That
but it's
would make
somebody else.
sense.
But it's hilarious. He was trying to get the item, and he saw a door, so he went through the door, and now he's stuck, and he can't get back out to get the item. It's hilarious. So he did all that work, got everything else in the game except for that one item to platinum it, and he can't get that one item.
Yeah, you just like go back to it, or is it corrupted or something like that?
He's just like he's stuck.
Shit.
It's hilarious. So he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna put the game down now." Yeah.
Talk about a fucking panic attack. Sit there like, God damn.
That's why I don't platinum games. I just play it and then put it down.
I don't know. Platinum needs. There's a lot of things Platinum needs to change, but we're not gonna get into that. I'd like to talk about that with Eric though, because he's like a game design major, so he would know all that kind of shit, like the ins and outs of that kind of industry and stuff.
What do you think?
Yeah. Or at least better than me. I don't know. You know, it's not that hard, but
Got a question for you.
oh god.
This is a little D&D thing I wanted to ask you because of what happened while we were at Adventure League at Dragon's Lair this past Wednesday. Would you split from a group to finish doing what you were asked to do while the group goes and fights off and kills all the enemies that would have stopped you from doing that job and try to keep the money for yourself?
What is my alignment? Who am I and what is my alignment?
Half
lawful
elf.
neutral. He was lawful neutral.
Yeah.
I remember that. He was half elf.
Do elves believe in being dicks? Is that like a law?
Have you not watched Lord of the Rings?
I mean, that's what I'm asking.
Half elves usually not as much, but I mean, whatever.
Like, I'm not trying to wipe them both out.
So if you're neutral, then it's like you should still like stick with like not try to take everything for yourself. That's how I would see it.
Yeah, it depends on the DM because neutral can be neither or both.
Oh, it wasn't a DM. It was just a player who decided.
No, I'm just saying, like in terms of how you would play neutral. But I mean,
It was Jeremy, wasn't. I'm joking.
I'll
So
say,
just called himself
so
a
just-
fucking asshole. Like,
Just so that I understand, Justin needs to do a mission, but in order to do a mission, he needs to get somewhere. There's a bunch of monsters. You guys kill all the monsters. He does his mission and then tries to keep the loot for himself.
we were all asked to take this crate of goods to the next town over, but we had to protect it because goblins and all these things have been attacking things and keeping it. So all right, we get attacked by goblins. We find their lair, so we have to get rid of them to make sure that all these provisions is going to get down there.
Mm-hmm.
and then
But one dude decided to stay back. We're like, well, I'm gonna stay with the cart. So okay, well then you protect the cart and we'll be right back. But this fool says, no, I'm gonna take it all the way to the city myself. Of course, it's all hunky dory for him because we're fighting off everybody that's gonna try and stop him from getting there.
literally everything is now drawn to you.
We almost died for this.
yeah.
And then he took all the money and didn't want to give it to anybody.
Yeah.
That's
was
some
this?
fuck shit. That's fucked up.
Who was this?
Some random ass dude at an adventure league.
So next time
Yeah,
you're
that's
playing
that's
with that
not
guy,
lawful neutral at all. Like
Yeah,
that's not
it's
even
chaotic,
neutral at all.
Chaotic, if anything. I'll still give him neutral, but it's chaotic.
unless he's part of some civilization that it's like you're supposed to be dick.
well, his character
Is he a Ferengi?
his
They're all
character
about
was
money.
supposed to be like a former captain of the guard, which
fucking,
He
Far
might be
from
angry
grace have
and
you
sour.
fallen, sir?
Exactly.
Shit.
So,
So next time that guy's there, don't protect him from anything.
Oh no.
Just like kick him, drag him in the nuts, and then dip.
I think that's like a pact that we all have. If we go back, he's still in our party, and he goes down, he's staying down. If anything, I'll step over his corpse.
Heal
to do
me!
whatever I gotta do.
I'll just.
You gotta do it worse.
Step over the corpse. Do that guy.
Work on your character background.
You gotta do it worse. You gotta let him die and have your necromancer resurrect him as a servant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's what Craig's gonna
Can
do.
you rename something that you do that to?
I mean, yeah.
Let's go, dick bag.
Zombie
Carry my
number
bags,
3.
dick bag.
gotta pull a
Fuckhead.
shield hero.
Just read.
Gotta pull a shield hero.
Wow. Really,
You
Joe?
gonna cut his dick off too? Shit, he's already dead.
It'll fall off in its own time.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Like Angry
It
Americans.
just falls down his fucking pant leg. You're like, what the fuck was that?
That fucking show. Oh.
Dude's
So-
dick ran away because he did too much terrible stuff with it.
It's only like 76 fat chicks. What are you talking about? It's like, not again. That show was fucking crazy.
And then,
The
what was
fucking
it? Treegasm?
Suck my balls.
Fucking,
What? It's a whole fucking language.
yeah.
But would you do something that assholery?
No. I mean, I guess it depends what my alignment is, but probably not. I'm gonna try to go for something that doesn't do things that are assholish like that.
It's like, plus now your whole party sees you in a completely different way now, too.
Yeah. You just got voted off the island, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, you with us, but you not with us.
It also depends on the role, because sometimes the DM is like, yo, we're going to do this campaign. I want you to kill them all.
Or if he failed some kind of check where it's like,
No. Nothing. Nothing like that happened.
you have advanced level greed. You have to make greed checks all the time.
I could have given him the benefit of the doubt. Like, it wasn't even that.
Were you the DM?
No, not
No?
me.
Oh, okay.
No, this was like some random dude, and I think that they might have been friends, those two. But
That's some fuck shit.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's why I
It's like
said
some
it
Dead by
depends on
Daylight
the
shit.
DM.
You got a friend like
As-
leading you to the fucking
Let me tell
people.
you how Rory was ready to kill him though. He said, I'm knocking the arrow.
That's. I mean, I asked him like, "You gonna give us the money?" And he said no. So I was like, "All right, what's up?"
Light, but the glasses come off. He's like,
The DM immediately was like, "All right, no PvP," and I was like, "What
Bullshit.
are you talking about?"
Had to release my body count.
it's like, is it PvP if I poke him? It's like, no. It's like, okay. Is it PvP if I like, like give him a noogie? It's like, not really. It's like, okay.
You know what you
PvP
gotta
if I
do?
stab him in the throat.
You gotta hit him with you gotta hit him with Yu Yu Hakusho. You gotta gently raise him in
Oh
the
my
air
God.
and then drop from an extreme height.
Shit.
Like no violence. Okay, I'm gonna gently lift him 80 feet in the air and then just let go.
The DM's gonna fucking they would punish you though because they'd be like, oh, somebody just saw a random fucking whatever he was halfling or some shit 80 feet in the air just drop out of nowhere. They're like, let's go kill him. He might be dead. Maybe he's got stuff.
It's not a chicken. You don't have to worry about that.
Oh, rice chicken.
Yeah, that's what I asked about the DM because I've met some DMs who was like, yeah, so the entirety of the party was trying to kill this dragon or monster or whatever. What they didn't know is that one of the dudes in their party was working for him. So his goal was to kill them off as they got through it. And like, he knew, and the guy he asked to do that knew, but no one else knew. And he was just picking them off
like
as
that
the party
dude
went. It was
from,
like, oh, I meant to heal you, but I didn't, set up my healing and all that kind of stuff.
Give you soda that has poison. You look parched.
Pull a Hunter.
Yeah. That guy's a dick.
Kello put the fear in him.
That's right. Immune to poison. The killer's not doing it.
Can I have more?
Like, Mom used to give me poison in my sippy cup.
Mom used to electrocute me. It's like, fuck.
Such a good show.
Yes.
I wonder if they're gonna make
More episodes?
More, yeah.
No, they won't.
Well, I mean, because the manga's still dumb close to where they left off in
Yeah.
with the anime. He's only made like 2 or 3 chapters, or 2 or 3 volumes, maybe after.
They won't do it.
No, you think that? Because it's not over, so there's no like.
They're gonna wait for it to end and just do a final act.
Final other half act, whatever.
Maybe.
Are they still doing that with Bleach, or did they never?
Bleach is not getting animated.
No.
No. They kept going back and forth unless within recent time they flip flopped and said no, we're going to do it. But other than that, they are not going to animate it.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was mostly because Tite Kubo doesn't want to fucking work for them anymore, because they are like literally cancer to him.
They'll just put it all in the game.
He's been having problems with them since he started.
Well, I mean, how they did him at the end, so you have 3 chapters.
Bruh, like it's the weirdest thing, because at the same time, it's like termination would be what, 2 weeks from a job normally, but it's like from a job perspective, you're like, oh well, they gave him 3 weeks. That's but it's like but for what he does, 3 weeks is not. 3 chapters is not. That's not good. That's
you don't know like how many more like he had.
Like I had 5 arcs planned out.
I think he had like 15 at least.
So you had to scrunch 15 of that. And
yes,
just 3.
Like, he had a whole other arc planned with aliens.
Not even really 3.
Get that.
Oh my god!
Aliens in the cemetery.
Fucking,
oh my god!
No, he's talking about The Walking Dead. Because apparently the way that they pitched it to them to get made into a fucking show was like, hey man, there's gonna be aliens at some point, and they're like,
yeah, like the way he pitched it was father and son surviving the zombie apocalypse, and the zombies are made because of aliens.
And then they're like, oh, when are the aliens coming? He's like, season 7, I don't know. You have to give me another season. Finesse the fuck out of him. Or the other dude who made his story into a comic so that it would get made into a movie. I can't even remember which one it is, but
there's a few of them that way. Like that.
Yeah, because they're like buying up comic properties everywhere. So that's fucked up. That's how you gotta hustle nowadays.
I mean,
fucking movie snake oil salesman.
I just want them to finish. One, I want them to just finish off Baki the Grappler correctly.
You didn't like
all the
Netflix
new stuff?
Fuck Netflix and that bullshit.
You didn't like that new animation, Joe?
Shit was stupid.
Have you watched that other Baki the Grappler-esque show on Netflix, like Asara or something like that? Akusa?
I watched probably 12 seconds of it and turned that shit off.
You couldn't get through the opening?
I skipped the opening.
Oh.
See, that's how you know he didn't care. He didn't even give him a chance to like hear the opening music. I haven't watched it, but I saw a scene from it where it's this girl who's a martial artist, and she's looking for someone strong so she can have a kid with, and she found this dude. She tried to fight him, and he like parried her, and then she was like, she jumped on him, and he pulled her off, and she was like, "You're the one I'm gonna have a kid with." And he looked at her, and he just ran away. Like he just dipped on her. I started dying. I'm like, I kind of want to watch that because that's hilarious.
Remember that story idea I had?
Yeah, because she's strong too. Like she was running through other people to get to him, and she was just bodying everybody. And then he stopped her, and she was like, "You're the one." And he was like, he just dipped on her, and I'm like, that's kind of funny. It's kind of hilarious to me. Because a normal person wouldn't be able to get away from her. So it was like, the fact that he ghosted on her was. But like I said, it was only like it was part of an AMV. So I was like, I might watch it, just for that one scene. It was kind of interesting.
Yeah,
that'd be dope.
I wish they put out Street Fighter Tekken.
Yeah,
that was a good one. Cause you're the one who put me on that one. All these good fighting animes just don't have no home to be on.
I still gotta finish Ippo.
Man, because there's no fucking animators for some reason.
They're slowly dying.
I mean, kinda.
Everything's gonna go into CG from now on.
So busy animating.
Oh god, don't say that.
That would suck.
Oh, that would be terrible. Imagine if they was like, "Hey, we're gonna redo Bleach in Kolyoko style."
Just threw up in my mouth a little bit. No, you know what they need to redo?
You just put it out there in the ether. Now it's about to happen.
You know what Disney needs to redo? They need to redo American Dragon Jake Long. Because what the fuck happened with the second season? That entire second season's fucking animation was garbage. And I realized where that animation comes from. The fucking... You remember that episode of Kim Possible where they go into the... They have their SAO moment? where he gets stuck in the game or whatever.
Talking about the thing with his dad with the powers, with the math.
The fucking they get stuck in like a video game.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen that episode.
And then come to find out Rufus is like the fucking fabled hero. Or
oh, that one. Yeah.
Literally, the in-game animation is what they turned American Dragon Jake Long into. It's fucking stupid. So terrible. Yeah. Anyway.
They should have gave Rufus his own spinoff. Would have been great. It didn't even have to be like, it could have been like 7-minute things. It would have been great. It's like, what is Rufus doing right now while Ron and Kim are over there? It's like, oh, he's in like the
he's fucking curing cancer.
Where,
shit. Apparently he's still smart from that, what's his name, that fucking machine or whatever. It's like, okay. So fucking, apparently the Witcher author, remember I've told you about how stupid he's been? Because originally when he gave them the license to The Witcher to make the games, he was like, these fucking games aren't going to make anything. Give me some fucking money right now. I don't want a percentage of that shit because it's not going to make nothing. After all this shit, after 3 games, one of them being like what, the named game of the decade by Watch Mojo, fucking, which I still don't know if it deserves that, but it did have a lot of hype around it. The third one when it came out, so.
Is that one called like The Lost Hunt or something?
Wild Hunt.
There we go.
But yeah, and then now he has a TV show, so he's like, okay, I would like to go on record for saying I'm fucking dumb, because he did go back and negotiate the percentage afterwards. Mm-hmm. He went on record recently saying he's fucking dumb, and that he made a huge mistake, and that maybe he's too old to understand certain things. And it's like, wow, you've entirely been absolved of all your sins. Because before he was just a crotchety old man who was a fucking idiot. Video games are fucking doing a fucking TV show? Fuck that. It's not gonna make any money.
You know what that reminds me
Millions of dollars later, he's sitting there like, God damn, maybe I was wrong, while he poops on his golden toilet.
You know what that reminds me of?
He's a faggot.
I think you killed him.
Jason played that had him on the fucking floor last night.
Why'd you do that? The worst thing is I saw it coming. I didn't close my ears. That's fucking terrible. I'm crying. Why the fuck would he make that? Oh, that's terrible.
That's great. It's a great crate.
Might need to like start force feeding that to people so they understand. Didn't you tell me that people at work don't understand when you say that?
At work, D&D.
What?
It's a great crate.
Yeah. That's like probably like the one Game Grumps video that I found that Jason never seen before.
Crates and barrels.
Barry! I know how to cook knives.
They're delicious.
I keep saying stop yelling to people sometimes. You're like, stop yelling.
Stop yelling.
Yeah. So I'm tapped out. I ain't got no more new news.
Got any old news that's new to you?
I mean, that's kind of what some of this shit was.
Did you hear about the great white shark that they're calling a...
I was about to say, if this is a setup to a fucking dad joke, I'm just gonna terminate the podcast now. Just fucking...
I don't crack dad jokes.
Lies. Fucking lies!
When have I ever cracked a dad joke?
Oh my god, Jeremy, bring out the fucking... I need you to go back like a couple days, couple weeks in the stenographer reports, because I know Jeremy's been fucking keeping contract. All that shit. All of it. All of it.
See, exactly. He doesn't even know. Exactly. He doesn't even know because I don't crack dad jokes.
I was waiting for Shadow's reaction to hearing that. Like, fucking...
Actually, about that.
Yeah. I know you got a secret family because the way you cracking these dad jokes out here, you gotta have a secret family somewhere. Like, shit. How many kids you got?
None.
Saying that with a smile on his face. See that? You got at least 4.
Wow. Nigga, you at least 30.
Yeah.
I hope that ends up being good. The new Bad Boys.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are thinking it's not going to be, but like, you gotta have some faith a little bit.
It looks good, but I think they're gonna go a little overboard with the comedy aspect of it.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Lots of trailers look good.
They kind of gave away some shit that I wish they didn't put out there in the trailer.
That's why I don't watch trailers.
Yeah, that's pretty much every trailer now.
You watch the first trailer, and then after that, you don't watch anything.
Cause the second and third one, they just putting out too much shit.
Yeah. So they got Japanese people making fucking trailers. So like, I don't know what it is about the Japanese culture that makes them not give a shit about spoilers. You can show the whole fucking movie in the fucking trailer, and they're like, "I'll still go pay to watch it." It's like, you already saw it.
It was so nice they had to see it twice.
Yeah, right.
Worst movie ever.
But you went back to go see it, what, 3 times? 4 times?
It's so bad. It's like different. It's a different kind of bad every time. I've seen movies like that. It's like fucking. You're like, how? Yeah. So when you go see Star Wars, just keep in mind that like, just turn your brain off, and then you'll enjoy it. If you think about it in the larger scheme of like Star Wars, like as like all 9 of the movies, or like even all 3 of the
current trilogy.
like yeah.
I mean, visually, it's a beautiful movie though.
Yeah.
Like it looks amazing.
J.J. Abrams is a fucking idiot though, because he could have just done all 3 of the movies, but he's like, no, I only want to do the first one, and then I want to walk away from it forever. I don't know what made him come back to make the third one, but it's like, bro, you should have made the second one too. Like somebody likened it to being like a fucking conversation between movies, because it's one person's opinion of how things should go, and they're like, I think it should be like this, and then J.J. Abrams comes back for the third one like, no, fuck you, it's gonna be this way. And it's just like, bro, you can't have 2 people driving the same car at the same time. So yeah, and people are like blaming it on Disney. I'm like, that's not.
Well,
J.J.
Abrams was like the driving instructor. He thought he could like let go of the wheel for a little bit.
No,
brakes! Hit the brakes! Bro, I'm scared for that. I'm not letting my nieces drive my car. I'm not doing that. I'm too scared. One of them already almost hit a fucking tree. I'm like, bro, you went like 5 feet and hit a tree. It was like, I felt like fucking Bob in Bob's Burgers. Like, Tina, you're about to go towards the only other fucking car in the lot. Tina, you have so much time to move. Tina, you can move! Tina, move! Ah! Just fucking hits another car. Like, bro, going 5 miles an hour.
Well, it's either you're going to have it be like that, or you're going to have it be where everyone's in the car while you're trying to learn how to drive, and then you're going to tell them to hit the brake, and then you're going to slam on the brakes because you haven't taught them how to properly hit the brakes.
Slowly apply pressure.
Hold it right there, mister. Big toe. You know what? I will say, though, watched that episode of SpongeBob before I started to learn how to drive. And that's exactly how I put my foot on the gas pedal. I use the big toe first only. I just press down.
You poke it out of your shoe like that?
Pow!
Could be worse. Could have that rapper big toenail. Just.
I mean, there are women with toenails like that.
I be wondering how women with fingernails like that when they have to like
Wipe their ass.
Yeah, it's like, yo, do you be slicing everything up? Like,
it's like, all right, I want you to tell me the truth. Do you wipe? Because your fingernails is telling me that you don't.
The only person I know who has fingernails like that, I kind of don't want to know. So that's my sister.
like she just came from the bathroom and now she kneading the dough. You might not want to eat them cookies.
Did you wash your hands and the fake nails? Or you eating the cookie? You get the fake nails and the cookie. Yeah. All right.
You know, they can come in handy. You know, you can make little shish kebabs with them.
She does shit like that, and I'm like, why don't use your fucking fingers?
Wait, seriously?
She actually, well, I mean, she doesn't make shish kebabs for other people, but like, yeah, she does like. I told you my family's weird.
Like that.
Just going doom, doom, doom. Just.
Fucking can't. Oh my god. No, see is that? No, I don't want to talk about that because that's kind of upsetting.
What? It's too late.
People laughing at the wildfires and how many animals died in it.
It's fucked
Wait,
up.
did more than one? Did other people like laugh at that?
I went through
Who was
and
laughing
like
at
the actual the first post just to see.
Mm-hmm.
There's more people laughing at that fucking thing and saying, well, I guess Australia needs to get rid of all the daily animals and shit like that. So, fuck them. It's like,
So yeah, that's a funny joke, but also like all those animals are dead now. So like, yeah, no more Jack Kangaroo memes. Like fucking
kangaroo. See, what's fucked up is that koalas' habitat has been so fucked up that at this point they're saying within 10 years they will no longer be around because
I thought
they
said
have
they're
nowhere to
technically
live.
Already like kind of.
They were close to being put on the endangered list, but now because of the fires, they're saying in 10 years they're going to be gone because they have nowhere to live. They won't be able to survive because they won't eat anything other than eucalyptus leaves.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up though because you're like, why are people starting the fires, like on purpose? Just
Huge fucking group of them,
that's 24 motherfuckers. That's a lot of motherfuckers.
and they don't have everyone. That's the thing. The guy was like, there's still more out there.
That's fucking crazy. Or have they released any information about them? Like, are they?
All they said, the fact
Foreigners,
that
are
they
they
got
from
24.
Australia?
No, there was no foreigners. They're all from there. All they said was they've caught 24 people, and that there's more. They said that there are others out there who are doing this. So, if you have 24 people and all of them are all saying, yeah, there's still more of us out there, that shit's crazy.
That's fucked up.
This is why I wish Storm was a real person. She go over there.
They're smiting people.
There actually
Rainfall.
was a moment where they had there was a section of the wildfire that went out because of rain.
Yeah,
All
you
fucking
see the
firefighters
firefighters
just
dancing.
in it because like they were so happy. That's fucking sucks, dude. So now we have to find out who they are and set their house on fire.
Just burn them
They're-
all alive.
Or that.
Yeah, just throw them in the fire. Since you like fires,
But
there
yeah,
you go.
you lit it.
Fuck destroying the property.
I'll learn to spell sleep.
Ah, good times.
that was a fucked situation right there.
I was curious and wanted to see what
They
happened.
end up being like Jake, reflect.
No, like in one of our one of our D&D campaigns, we were being attacked by thieves and
Said bees?
thieves.
Oh.
Get out your phone.
No.
And like so basically like, we got into like the combat and
What was it? Maya that shot him through the neck with a flaming arrow?
Yeah.
God damn.
it was like two of them were on fire and one of them like was coming to attack me. Actually, no, they were both coming to attack me. So I was like, I wonder if this would work. Sleep. Like I cast sleep.
Burned
One
alive.
of them, like they both fell asleep. Well, one fell asleep and just died from burns, and the other one, like, fell asleep but woke back up because of like the pain from the burns because of like their skill check.
Fuck him.
But
God damn.
Yeah. Devon and Meyer being very sadistic in that whole fight.
Yeah, my clean was like, I'm gonna shoot him in the Adam's apple with a flaming arrow.
She got a fucking nat 20 on that roll because the call shot like that shit's fucking hard. Nat 20. Alright, you shot him. It was kind of like in that scene from Sin City where the arrow went through the dude's chest with a note on it.
Yeah. Fuck.
So are we just not gonna mention the fact I have an arrow through me? Like it's like, you see this? It's like right through me.
That's I always wanted like Dan Harmon, or is it Dan Harmon? He's already doing the whole fucking. I always wanted to do that, but have somebody like animate your D&D campaign as you're doing it.
Did you hear like one of the producers for Rick and Morty pass away?
Did you really?
Yeah.
I saw that on Facebook.
Wait a minute. What's his name? You remember what his name is? Because didn't somebody from somebody on the Rick and Morty crew died like last year sometime, like a while ago. So I remember we talked about that on the podcast. There was like sometime in November or something like that, maybe.
Must be having to sacrifice somebody every year.
Most recent November or last November?
I mean, we haven't been doing the podcast for over a year, so this past.
No, because there was one that died in September, but
September. Okay.
this was like a
another
recent.
one.
There was it was a recent one.
Damn. So maybe. That's
Gotta
fucked up.
sacrifice for success.
That's fucked up. We just talked about the fucking wildfires. How that shit's not funny. Like, somebody just died.
I mean, it could be pulling the Full Metal Alchemist.
He's
Wildfire
not
here,
wrong.
wildfire
Shadow
here,
said
wildfire
there's
here.
Shadow said there's a difference between animals dying and people dying. He's not wrong.
Am I wrong?
I just said you're not wrong.
People care about animals dying because fuck humans.
I was gonna say people care when what's the name died? Yeah, Chimera.
You think PETA like? That's not funny. You think PETA is almost like some Jedi shit? When the fires happen, they just like felt it. It's kind of fucked up.
But at least you gotta give it to all these Instagram models trying to sell nudes to raise money for it. Which kind of irritates me. It's like, oh, you guys will pay for this, but why don't you just give your money to the fucking...
Because it's a quid pro quo rather than just...
It's one of those.
I show you
like
titties,
generosity.
you give me money, and I
Yeah.
give half of it to them. It's like, why half? It's like,
It reminds me
bitch,
of
that
keep
one
my lights
chick
up.
gave everything. She gave
She
everything. Yeah. She
there's this
didn't
dude
take
who was
any
saying
money
how sometimes like if you put something out on the street and you say free, nobody take it. But if you put like $20 on it, people will take it because it's worth something now.
Yeah.
Could be like that.
People are fucking dumb. I swear to God. Stupid. Which one of these movies you think they should make for fucking
I did that.
Star Wars?
Okay, I'm like,
Shit.
I'm like,
To-
what?
'Cause they
If
got,
we somehow like
Darth
walked away from the
Revan,
table,
they got
I would've been-
Kenobi.
Make sure I knew which one was mine.
they got Darth Revan, they got Kenobi, Vader, Maul, Yoda, or Fett. Which one would you want?
Yoda.
but I think a lot of people would want Maul.
A lot of people want Revan, but they're afraid because they're like they will fuck it up.
So I wonder would the Maul movie be prior to everything, or would it be after?
I guess it
Because his story ends like in Clone Wars or Rebels. I forget which one, but his story ends in one of those two. Like they have his whole ending and everything to the point where they ask like, "Hey, we have plans
So
for
they might
Maul. Can we do this, or do you guys have plans?" And it's like, "Nah, you can do what you want."
They might just do all of it. I guess.
But I think Yoda would be the biggest one for that. 'Cause I definitely would want to see Yoda.
See, they should do all the other movies first and save the Yodas for last.
It's just funny though, because you like, why would you need Vader? We have 3 fucking movies about him, 6 movies about him. Fucking nobody wants Revan because they don't want them to fuck it up because they love Revan so much they don't want anybody to fuck it up. Fucking Kenobi, we're already in a TV show now, so that's irrelevant. Fucking and Boba Fett, I'm like, you care about one mother? We have Mandalorian, so we know his way of life. Do you really want him so badly? We know nothing about Yoda. We don't even know what the fuck his race is called. We calling this motherfucker Baby Yoda. Just because, oh, it's not fucking Yoda. It's like, yeah, we know, fuck ass.
The
But
Yoda
like,
race. What they should do Maul, then Windu, then Yoda.
Windu would be interesting. It's a young black man. I became a Jedi. Fuck everybody up. The end.
Gotta get Michael B. Jordan for that.
That would be dope though, because that whole story about how he got
made
his lightsaber,
yeah.
yeah, it's fucking dope. Yeah.
Would Michael B. Jordan be good?
No, you gotta find that baby. Samuel Jackson baby. Baby straight up look like Samuel Jackson. You're like, bruh, how is that not his kid?
That black snake moan stare.
With no shirt too.
That's a good movie though.
Yeah.
That's a fucked up movie.
It was still a good movie though. Was it not a good movie?
It was alright.
It wasn't. Come on, Rory. We supposed to be. We Dragonborns out here, man. Come on now.
I'm still trying to remember what that fucking race is. That's like, they said there's a race that's like 8 feet tall, and they get buffs to their defense, like natural defense.
Giants.
Maybe, I don't know.
Goliaths or half giants, maybe.
It might have been Goliaths. I was too distracted by what, because dude made Joe Cat made like a races. I'm gonna say racist.
Yeah.
He made races. Yeah, but like he was mixing in jokes with the song, so I'm like, I can't remember real information about these motherfuckers.
If you're on the computer, I don't know if I can do it on my phone, but you slow it down a little bit, you get a lot more information rather than just watching at full speed. Put it at like
you gotta watch it like
0.75.
lightning fast speed. But you gotta watch it like
The
5
first
times.
time. The first time you watch it at lightning fast speed, and then
First
the
time I
next
kept
slow
rewinding
down.
it and shit. I was like, wait, what? Nah, yeah. I didn't realize it was that many. I asked Jeremy about the elephant people.
Oh, the locks and ons, yeah.
I love how he remembered the fucking name. Everybody else is sitting here like, oh, what's the fucking name? We gotta look at it. Sat for like 10 minutes. We're like,
That's why
fucking
he's
dope.
number one.
No, definitely not.
I have an ingrown hair on my arm.
Gotta pull it out like Goku's tails. Get some pliers.
Lord.
I actually need something sharp.
Burn it.
Just
Tiny and blunt.
just get some wax and pull.
Why not use something blunt? Make it
Where would we
hurt a
have
little bit.
wax? Why would we have wax in the house?
Gotta get some wax and put it right.
It's here. Right here.
I don't want to know why you have wax.
You know how in the Shrek movie,
Candles.
I don't want to know why you got candles.
turn out the
To
lights.
smell. House
Oh my god, the fucking.
What's with you in this gay shit?
Ryan
man? You
Reynolds
always
with that
trying
fucking
to point out something
get
gay.
the fuck out of my house candle. Shit was fucking hilarious. He's like, yeah, it's getting late. It's like, yeah, we got people in your house that you don't want there. Fucking light this candle. It smells like hot garbage. Scents like hot garbage. Fucking people's feet or New Jersey. It's like fucking. This shit was good. New Jersey is a dumpster fire. It's an entire state of just garbage.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
But some greatness have come from there though.
No, yeah, it's great people who are like fleeing from there. Same thing with Philadelphia.
Except for Kevin Smith, he's staying there.
Yeah, he stayed, and it hasn't been eaten by it. Fucking Philly's the same way too. Most people get the fuck out of like Meek Mill's, Kevin Hart. You stay in Philly too long, you get fucked up. Like Meek Mill and Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart had to get out of it because he was just too short to be there. He had to be able to not, get stepped on.
Bitch, ain't nobody coming up the motherfucking step. His dad is crazy.
I feel so bad for him. He could be so funny, but he just cracks the same jokes over and over and over again. It kind of irritates me.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Here we go, Joe, making enemies again.
What's he gonna do?
You think you can guard your shins from somebody that's short?
He gonna stab you in the ankle.
Can't do anything. I'll just,
Wow. ends up being like that Boris fight with fucking Kenichi. He gets fucked up because he's bigger.
So you know what's gonna happen? He's gonna lure you into like a small room, just bounce off the walls and attack.
Oh shit! He's gonna Gran Torino your ass.
So what? Is he supposed to be Yoda and I'm Doogu? He's just gonna be
Doogu.
Doo-doo.
Doo. Can I do it? Yeah, he fought like a bitch.
Do it.
Fucking. I don't know why that's.
Actually, you know what? I wonder has there ever been a Jedi of Jar Jar Banks' species?
Yes.
I haven't seen one, so I was curious.
That's where they that's where the theory that he might actually be like a Sith Lord, because there are times where you can see him like moving his mouth or whatever at the same time. Like it's funny because like things that dumb people do are things that he could also be doing to fucking like influence people. So like talking at the same time as someone else is something that you could do with the Force to like make someone in front of you be like, you literally Evan Almighty or Bruce Almighty. Yeah. Fucking. But and between that and a couple of things he did in the first movie, people were like looking at him sideways, like, is he like a fucking Sith? Like maybe he's Darth. Well, they already know who Darth Plagueis, what Darth Plagueis looks like. They already know he's not Jar Jar Binks' character or race. But that race, Gungans, I believe they are Force sensitive, so they can be Jedi. It's fucking weird though.
I mean,
that brother and sister in
it
Clone
makes
Wars.
sense, but I refuse.
Or Cleef from the Star Killer video games. What the fuck was the name of those games? Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
That one dude, it was funny because he's like an assassin and he's trying to sound menacing and he's got like the deep voice and everything, but he still talks like Jar Jar Binks. Misa Dinka, you're gonna die. And it's just like okay. Try not to laugh like fucking.
That's adorable.
Fucking right.
Kill me.
No, yeah, and then the whole thing with him voting, he was one of the reasons why Palpatine ended up in power, because he was the one who voted for like something like the wartime bullshit for him to become like, for him to get like the absolute power or whatever, and then just didn't want to give it up on some Caesar shit. So yeah, people are saying that he might be a Sith or whatever, this and third. But Rules 2. I think people are speculating on whether or not this shit works like the Nova Corps, because they're wondering why Rey is so fucking strong, despite the fact she's like the last Jedi. But it's like, why is she so fucking strong? And it's like, I mean,
she's the Avatar, duh.
Right. It's like the Speed Force. Less people are using it, so you can use more of it.
Yeah. Or like the Nova Corps, where it's like he's has the whole Corps' energy and he's using all of it. Richard Rider, so because that's where people are thinking that the rule of 2 comes from for the Sith. Because it's like, well, if we kill everybody else, it's just the 2 of us using this entire side of the Force, which is why Palpatine is so fucking broken.
I mean, still
And why everybody else who's a Sith is a bitch.
Like
he's hoarding all of it.
And you with the horns. You got beat by Padawan.
You were the first fucking Sith to die in like thousands of years by a fucking Padawan. I mean, it was Obi-Wan, and he was trained by fucking
Qui-Gon Jinn.
He was trained by Liam Neeson, but
trained by Ra's al Ghul.
Have you figured out if he died in any other movies?
Who?
Liam Neeson?
Yeah, he died in The Gray. Well, it's one of those.
I thought he survived in that.
It's one of those.
Is that the one where he ends up in the fucking like in the woods with snow and shit?
Yeah,
you got like the fucking
yeah. See, the thing is, like he fights the wolf, and it's one of those endings where like he's lying on the wolf, and then the wolf is breathing, and he's breathing, and then they both stop, and it cuts away.
No. The ending of that movie?
Yeah, wasn't
it's
he?
Literally, it's him facing off, and then
I thought he fought it, and you see. Maybe I just created stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe I just invented a better ending because it was garbage.
I haven't seen an extended ending. Not saying that it couldn't exist.
Because I thought like he fought it, but they don't show the fight. They show him square up, and then they just show him at the end.
Square up and then done.
Oh, see.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just making stuff up. But I remember
That's the way
seeing
it
it.
should have ended.
Yeah.
Or Mandela effect.
The book
Right.
is the book, as far as I know, like he, I think he like commits suicide or something.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, his situation wasn't great. Like literally,
Bro, that's
everyone
like-
he
that's
was
like The
leading out
Mist.
got.
That's like The Mist.
He was all alone against the
Bruh.
wolves.
All
He did murder a
himself,
couple
yeah.
of them though. He was putting in
Bro,
work.
that fool stuck under the water, like fucking literally just like this far away.
Yeah.
That's the worst to me.
Oh, you
I-
old
Is it
for
the
me.
I
mist
ain't
or
never
the
gonna drown.
Is it the mist or the fog that has like the alien creatures like the
Mist.
I'm
The
not
one
sure
that
what
came
the
out
fuck
of a
is.
different portal, and the dude wound up having to
Kill everybody
off
in the
Punisher.
car.
yeah.
The Punisher,
Yeah,
the
that's-
dude with the
that's
Punisher, that was the
Mist.
Mist.
I think
Yeah, that shit, man.
I think the
Bro,
fog was
Thomas,
like the
Thomas
movie with
Jane.
the ghost lady or something. It was like something about a pool. I think was the one with the fog.
I'm about a pool.
It was like
M.
some
Night
lady.
Shyamalan movie?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Fucking. I've heard of the fog. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Trying to remember. I
thought it
remember
was
the
like
mist.
I thought it was like a horror series. Didn't they? Don't they have like a horror series now about the Mist?
I heard they were making one. I
It's
don't
on
know.
Netflix.
Is it?
I think the fog. I think the fog one is then. It's like this. It's based around this like this. This basically like village or whatever by a lake or ocean or whatever, and it's like something tragic happened. Whereas like it starts out where this little girl finds like a old mirror. I think it was a mirror. In the sand, like on the beach.
Throw it back.
It was like something really really old, and apparently it was like a cursed object or something like that. But basically, like the fog came in, and it was like spirits of like the people that used to live there or whatever. And then they were like,
So I wonder what I'm thinking of. Then 'cause that's
Fucking
not what I'm
Silent
thinking
Hill,
of.
basically, or some shit. Bruh, I've watched enough Supernatural to know not to go antiquing. Cause fuck that.
Well, why? Thinking can be fun.
Gotta go to Uncle's shop, find all the good stuff.
Shopping can be really fun. Shopping is for everyone.
You good?
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's a good movie though. Had that weird lady who's always pain in the ass in whatever movie she's in. For The Mist.
Huh.
She was playing the godly woman.
Oh, there's always that person. There's always that person where they always get fucked up. Because there's a person who's like, oh, fucking this, that, and the third, blah, 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 God. And they start quoting off of, like, religious scripture and shit like that. And it sounds dope. And you're like, God damn. That person might be right. But it's like, nah. That person's
That
an
Old
idiot.
Testament.
Because that's the person who's usually like, we have to kill people. It's like, whoa. You was just reading the Bible. Now you talking about $1.50 and somebody for Jesus.
There was a dude like that in Gantz. He was like, "Oh, we're this is all a test." Blah blah blah. He got his head kicked off.
Yeah. It's like that dude from Little Nicky.
We're all gonna die.
Oh, we're all fucked now.
That's funny.
Nah, weirdest dude in that entire movie. The cross-dresser who was dancing in this.
I love that Damien was still like, ugh. Like, even he was like, ugh. Horrors that you've never imagined. And then he sees the guy in the back, he's like, okay, maybe not that bad, but still pretty. Fucking. Oh, that's fucked up. No. I went so many years without thinking about that. Now I want Popeyes and never think about that guy.
Goddamn, Popeyes was in that fucking movie, wasn't it? You go, why? I just need to go and get some Popeyes is what I'm just hearing. Because everything has been leading back fucking Popeyes.
Fucked up.
And I'm really mad that Sarah and Steve went to go fucking...
Oh no, apparently his loophole was we didn't go to Popeyes, they came to us. I'm like,
bullshit.
So you fucking ordered and...
they waited till we weren't here so they could say, oh, y'all weren't here. fucked up.
Bunch of bitches.
Yup.
I was talking about like, oh, I want Popeyes for like an entire week.
Look at him. Fucking loves
Shit.
loves that shit.
Like a Dave Chappelle.
Man, I'm just happy they opened up one closer to my house.
Did they really?
Yeah, one in Irondequoit.
On Ridge?
So
is that new?
Yeah. It's newer. It's not like brand new.
So you wouldn't know. So if you're back in your hometown and you live like 2-3 blocks away from like a real hood ass area,
I do, and there's a Popeyes.
but would you consider that you're part of the hood if you're like 3 blocks away from that and none of that shit pops off where you're at?
I honestly don't care.
What are you
I know.
talking about?
Well, I was on.
Okay,
your
it
side,
depends. What
remember?
it depends though. It
Remember, I
depends
was
what's
on your
happening on your street.
Not a damn thing.
Okay, so
Shit
then
happening
probably
on my
not.
street.
There's no shoes on the power line. There's nothing.
There's one house with a couple like Puerto Rican dudes that I think sell weed, but that's it.
Bruh.
That's the only
So
thing.
basically, this is Mexico, and you live on the other side of the train tracks where the mansions are.
I wouldn't say
And you're
mansions.
like looking out on the shanty towns, like fucking poor bitches.
It's not like
I'm in the shanty town.
it's not like Brazil, where you can clearly see the line between the two.
Bruh, you see the fucking what do they call that? The favela or whatever, where the cascading fucking shacks and shit, and then you see a person's mansion over there. You're like, fuck. Why don't they all just like?
Yo, speaking of favela, I missed that map in Call of Duty.
Listen, we're not talking about Call of Duty
That
right
shit
now.
was dope.
We don't need to
Fucking
reminisce
love that.
about you and your punk ass sniping skills in that fucking map. All right,
Fucking roof.
Feel like you hating.
Anyone hating? Who hating?
Sitting
Huh?
there shaking your head.
Huh? You know what? I don't care.
See how he raised his voice?
I don't care. All y'all always trying to jump on me because I'm light skinned. Fuck y'all dark ass
What the
motherfuckers.
fuck are you talking? Rory's sitting right there.
But he quiet though.
Better target. What are you talking about?
That's fucked up.
I mean,
But he earns our respect. You know why? Because he got better glasses. Looks like about to be an MLK. I can't make fun of him. He's fucking like, yes.
I was going for Malcolm X, but that's fine.
I was gonna say that's more.
You're not. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I apologize.
That guy is Captain Kuro.
Bro, nothing bothers me about that more than the way he pushes his glasses up. I fucking hate that.
Brother, he cut his face. Just go.
Nah, but fuck that. Why don't you just fucking not wear glasses at that point?
Because he needs them.
No, he don't.
I'm blind.
Lying ass.
Can't hear or see without his glasses.
Can't be a captain with glasses.
Django Moonwalker.
Trying not to be. I know I would do it. I'm gonna murder all of y'all. No, I don't have to be a captain anymore. It's like, or you can just keep being a butler. That poor goat man. Yeah. All right. It's a good place to end it. Anybody got anything else to say?
Got anything wise put out there in the world?
Bacon good.
Anyone have any inspirational quotes they want to say?
Looking at you, Malcolm.
Sorry, I ain't got nothing. Not a thing. Man, I was sick for the past 2 weeks. I just barely started feeling better on Thursday.
But you work in a hospital.
Shut up!
It's like,
Man, over here, patient zero trying to.
oh,
VR House of the Dead.
In a hospital?
I'm just saying, like, VR House of the Dead would be a fun game.
Well, isn't there a
There is
map
one.
in a hospital with House of Dead?
I believe so.
I don't know if there's a VR one, though.
There's one of them got made into VR. It was either House of the Dead or what's the other one? Time Crisis. I think it might have been Time Crisis that got turned into a VR game.
I need Carnival to come back. That was my favorite one.
Which one was that?
Carnival.
Never heard of it.
One of the best arcade games I ever played. Carnival.
Like the only one who ever, House of Dead and Time Crisis. What about Carnival? It's like, the fuck is that one? It's like, what? Floating clown head in there talking mad shit to you while you're out here trying to.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever played that. Or
Be riding a roller coaster, having to shoot shit out the sides and stuff.
Why does that sound familiar? But I've just never.
Oh man, it's great.
That might have been before I started realizing like the name, because my dad used to take me to arcades all the time, and he always played those kind of games, and I would just kind of watch him do it because I wasn't good enough to, you know. I was like, guns, I don't even know how to hold it.
That giant baby had to fuck up at one point, which I kind of felt bad about, but I was like, this baby trying to kill me.
For real, fuck that.
It's either you or me, baby.
Flamethrower!
You were me, baby.
I'm gonna have to hop on eBay, see if we can find a cabinet.
Or you can make one.
If I ever bite the bullet and spend like the $2,500 for the actual arcade,
I was gonna
game,
say, I've seen the thing for it, but it's expensive.
yeah, it's expensive as shit. But I've been thinking about it.
Fucking light bill's gonna be crazy.
Probably right.
You get the
Not any
cabinet
more
with
than-
like the lights and the mist
Not
machine
any
and
more
all that
than
shit
now.
in it. It's a fucking experience. Or that fucking, what was that, the Arctic blast or whatever, the fucking jet ski thing that like throws actually like cold air at you and shit, and sometimes water.
What?
Yeah. They made a version of it that actually like blows cold air at you and fucking throws like snow at you or some shit.
That's something that you have to have like a gigantic house with like a finished basement in, and you just have all that shit down there.
I know you said finished, but I heard fetish basement. I was like, fucking what?
What is with you in this gay shit, man? Fuck.
Who the fuck say anything about it being gay?
You did.
The fuck? I said fetish.
Yeah, you talking to a dude about fetishes? It's fucking gay.
Nah, I gotta end it now. I can't fucking.
He's a faggot.
That's a perfect place to end it. Alright, bye.
Bye.
Don't say it.